After an impressive 5-1 road trip, the first-place Halos return to the Big A for the first of 4 against the Red Sox. There's always a buzz in the air when these two teams meet, and tonight starts another chapter in this intense rivalry. Red Sox and Angels is next. It is a gorgeous day for baseball. The Angels coming off a 5-1 road trip to get a 7-game homestand with the first of 4 tonight against the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everyone, from inside the Big A. I'm Victor Rojas along with my partner Mark Gupta. We welcome you back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. I mentioned that 5-1 road trip, and more specifically over the last couple of days, more specifically because of the fact the youngsters are getting the job done. The one guy that stands out right now, the one guy that's been all over the highlight reels, especially the last 2 days, his name is Peter Borges, and he's been a blast to watch so far.
Victor, super fast. What a series he had down there in Texas. 7 for 12, not only with the power, you can see right here, gets a fastball that didn't get where it was supposed to be, ends up going 409 feet in the left field, but this is what you love to see out of Peter Borges. A ground ball gets by David Murphy. Again, this is the left field and scores easily around the bases that quick, but that defense, that first electric step he has, running back full speed, making the play, hit 450 on the entire road trip, so he's getting acclimated, getting comfortable, and getting into good fastball counts.
Well, kicking off this 4-game series against the Boston Red Sox, we've got ourselves a very interesting pitching matchup. You got the 21-year-old Tyler Chatwood going for the Halos against the veteran Josh Beckett.
Well, Beckett looks like he's the Beckett of old, throwing the ball extremely well. Got an ERA of 1.80, 23 strikeouts in this 20 innings pitch, so he's back to his normal power fastball. Tyler Chatwood, last time out, took a deep breath in between pitches, had his power sinker going. Paul Konerko said it best, a devastating sinker. Even in a fastball count, I couldn't hit it well.
Well, Tyler Chatwood going up against a lineup right now of the Boston Red Sox struggling out on the road, although the Red Sox as a whole playing much better baseball. We're just about ready for the first game of this 4-game set. Sit back and relax. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return. to get more out of a new car? Don't just go to an event. Join the movement at your local area Hyundai dealer. By Shakey's Pizza. Win a pizza party for 10. Go to Shakey's.com. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. Beautiful shot inside the Big A here. How about that? Sunshine and no wind. That's been a rarity for the
no
Angels.
Wind?
No
That's
wind.
impossible.
Over the last week, it's been horrible weather in Chicago, and of course the heat and the wind in Texas the first two games of the series. Take a look at the lineup for Terry Francona, the Boston Red Sox. They are fifth in the American League East with a 6-11 mark. J.D. Drew leads things off. He is in right. Dustin Pedroia is at second. Adrian Gonzalez at first base. Kevin Youkilis is over at third. David Ortiz at DH. Jed Lowry doing a terrific job at shortstop. The switch hitter from Stanford for Boston. Carl Crawford is in left field. Jason Varitek is behind the plate. And Jacoby Ellsbury batting ninth and playing center field. Taking on the youngster by the name of Tyler Chatwood. Pitching in his third game, third start. 1-1 mark and a 3.75 ERA.
Boy, did he have a good fastball going the other day against Chicago. Good curveball also.
First pitch swinging is J.D. Drew. Mark Trumbo's got it. He'll wave off Chatwood. One pitch, one out, and I guess that's how you settle in as a big league.
That helps you relax a little bit also, especially with J.D. Drew swinging at the first pitch.
Here's the Home Depot doing more on defense. Vernon Wells in left, Peter Borges in center. And it's Torrey Hunter in right. Meister Asteris gets the start at third. Kayaspo with the night off. Ibar short, Kendrick at second. Trumbo at first, and Hank Conger back behind the plate.
Yeah, you mentioned Meister Asteris getting back at that third base position. We've seen him play a lot of shortstop and some DH role, but back at that familiar spot at third.
Dustin Pedroia takes a strike. Pedroia hitting .306 on the year. A couple of home runs, 6 runs batted in. It's a Red Sox team that got off to a very slow start, dropping their first 6 games of the year. Normally you would think a whole lot about that, but it is the Boston Red Sox. They spent some money in the offseason, but there was a stretch in spring training where they lost 10 consecutive games. Pedroia lines that one right back up the box, and it's a 1-out base hit. And I think that spring training 10-game losing streak, coupled with the 0-6 start, that's why some folks perhaps were panicking a little bit, but it's way too early to worry about that.
Especially with Boston, they never panic about a team getting off to a slow start. And Terry was telling us before the game how it's such an easy place to get off to a slow start, and it's relaxing. Nobody ever give you any grief for it.
So a 1-out knock. Chatwood would work from the stretch here against Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman. One of those off-season acquisitions picked up in a trade from the San Diego Padres. Just signed a long-term deal with Boston. Hitting .277 thus far with a home run and 8 runs batted in. And keep an eye on Pedroia at first base. He will take it as this one's lined back up the middle as well. So back-to-back hits, singles. And Boston has runners at first and second with 1 out here in the first, and Kevin Youkilis coming up.
Boy, Gonzalez with such a good, smooth swing, hits that ball right back up the middle. And the important thing for Tyler Chatwood, though, good fastball that he has, but you also want to establish that curveball and his changeup to keep him off balance. He's right over the top of that sinker, but that sweet swing right back up the middle. If you try to turn on that ball, you hit a ground ball to second base for a double play.
So 2 on with 1 out. Here's Youkilis. .218 average for him. Breaking pitches in the dirt. Nice job by Hank. Youkilis with 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in. And with the acquisition of Gonzalez to play first base, Youkilis going back across the diamond and playing third base. Still says he's getting used to it. Talked to him before the game. Ball gets on him a little quicker.
A little different. Yeah, a little different than first, although he said there's some come at him at first, too.
Fastball's in there for a strike. It is 1-1 on Youkilis.
Well, every time you look at Youkilis and his approach to the plate with the way his hands are separated on the bat, you think, okay, he's got to be susceptible in, but he starts like that and then he starts opening up. He's very quick on the fastball inside.
Chatwood a glance back to Pedroia. The 1-1 breaking ball drops in there for a strike. It's 1-2.
See, that's the pitch Tyler just uses. He can throw it very well. He can throw it for a strike. And he also, when he gets ahead of the count, he can make it swing and miss with that pitch. Well, right on top, 12-6 variety in that curveball.
The 1-2 jabbed him with a fastball. The count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. That one, according to the gun here, at 95 miles an hour. J.D. Drew grounded out on the first pitch of the game. Pedroia and Gonzalez with base hits. Youkilis calls time. Brian Gorman, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes tonight. Larry Vanover at first. Tony Randazzo at second, and Dan Bellino over at third base. Another 1-2, another fastball in. Youkilis fouls it off.
Boy, it's tough to do a lot with that pitch, especially at 95 with good running action underneath the hands. Great location. As you can see, as a youngster, he's not afraid to throw inside. Hunger setting up that target inside, run in action. There's nothing you can do as a hitter. You're going to foul it off your body, or you're going to pull it foul.
Goes with the breaking ball, misses outside. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Red Sox 5-4 at Fenway. They are 1-7 out of the road. Picked up their first road win yesterday against the Oakland A's. And the 2-2. And it's rolled foul just behind Tim Bogart, coaching at third. Boston 10th in the American League at batting average of .238, tied for 7th in home runs. They've struggled out on the road. Obviously witnessed by their 1-7 mark out on the road, a .194 average away from Fenway. That's worse in Major League Baseball. Howie wanted to pick off attempt at second. That fastball just missed off the plate. And it's a full count.
I think it might have been a little bit off the outside corner. Not by a lot, but better Youkilis, with the reputation of having a good eye, gets the benefit of the call.
Runners don't take off. That one's fouled off the foot.
That's a couple foul balls off the foot already, and it's a bat for Youkilis.
Similar play like that cost Dustin Pedroia the bulk of the season last year. He fractured his left foot on a foul ball in June last year. Youkilis himself had his own issues.
You know what? You got to go right back in, because if he hits the ball on the ground, he's not going to get out of the batter's box too quickly.
Here comes the 10th pitch of the at-bat, and Youkilis chops one toward the middle. Ibar touches second, fires the first in time. A double play. Chadwick does a nice job getting out of it after giving up a couple of hits. We head to the bottom of the first. Angels coming up with no score. Good first inning, did not get rattled. Double play ball to end the inning. This is the lineup that Mike Scioscia is running after this evening. Angels at 12-6 on the year. Meister Sturris leading things off at third. Howie Kendrick is at second. Bobby Abreu back in the lineup. He's at DH. Torrey Hunter drops back down to the 4th spot. He's in right. Vernon in left. Hank Conger behind the plate. Mark Trumbo at first. Eric Ibar at shortstop. His second game back to the DL. And Peter Borges batting ninth and playing center field, taking on the big right-hander, 30-year-old from Spring, Texas, by the name of Josh Beckett.
Boy, he looks to be the Josh Beckett of old. In 20 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts. Fastball 91 to 95 range, cut fastball, very effective pitch. Curveball, slider, changeup. Very aggressive in the strike zone. Is not afraid to knock you off the plate also.
First pitch to Meiser is a fastball that is in there for a strike. Beckett has allowed just 10 hits in 20 innings. Mentioned those 23 strikeouts. Meiser, red hot, 380 average, a couple of home runs. Takes the breaking ball in there. And is quickly behind it. No balls and 2 strikes. It stirs with 9 runs batted in. 0-2. Outside. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Beckett looks like he's throwing the ball well again. And remember in spring training when he get hit by a foul ball during batting practice or something, was dizzy for a while. Missed a start or 2 in spring training, but certainly has been pitching very effectively at the start of the season.
Varitek sets up outside, and that pitch is lifted in the air to shallow left center field. Jacoby Ellsbury comes on. He'll make the catch. And Asturias is retired for the first out. Let's take a look at the defense for the Boston Red Sox. Carl Crawford in left, Jacoby Ellsbury in center, J.D. Drew in right. In the infield from third to first, it's Youkilis, Lowry, Pedroia, Gonzalez with the captain, Jason Varitek behind the plate.
Carl Crawford out in left field. We saw over the years, whether it be at the Trop or the Big A, he's a member of the Rays, covering a lot of ground, particularly to the glove side. Not particularly an overpowering strong arm, but it will get into the cutoff man.
Crawford off to a slow start offensively. Howie ahead of the count at 1 ball, no strikes. A 297 average this year, 6 home runs, 9 RBIs. That pitch is in there for a strike and evens the count. A couple of guys in the Angels lineup that have fared well in their career against Josh Beckett. Howie's one of them, a career 400 average against Josh, 348 average against the Red Sox in general. And it's a little bit high. Looked like it got around that slider.
Yeah, that elbow dropped down on him. Tried to stay on top and snap it. Last year, a lot of home runs. This year so far, and 0 home runs. Opponents only hitting 147 against them.
2-1 pitch. Upstairs, 3 balls and a strike. Beckett only made 21 starts last year. As you see Abreu on deck. Spent time on the disabled list due to a lower back strain. Ended up going 6-6 with a 5.78 ERA. Three-1 pitch on its way to Kendrick. He'll look at a fastball for a strike. And it is full. Now the team leader in home runs with 6. He's tied for second with a couple of guys in RBIs with 9. Torres, the team leader, with 10 runs batted in. 3-2 pitch, and he got him with a fastball. And there is out number 2 for strikeout for Josh Beckett. We'll take a look at the Hyundai key to the game.
Well, the key is to keep this rolling here. The way the team has been playing, a little REO Speedwagon from Mike Socha. The club did everything well on this past road trip. In particular, the last 5 series, also playing very good baseball, playing great defense, and relying on some outstanding pitching and some timely hitting, particularly for the lower part of the order.
Angels are 4-2 here at home. 8-4 out on the road. Bobby Abreu steps in. He's the DH. Bobby's been scuffling of late. Looks at a fastball for his strikes. Matter of fact, had the night off last night. Matt Harrison getting the start. Bobby won for his last 20, so his batting average has dipped down to 258. 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. 0-1 is outside. And the count is even at 1-1. First meeting of the year between these two teams. 4-game series here in a couple of weeks. The Angels will be up in Boston for a 4-game series at Fenway. Outside with the off speed. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. This is a series that last year was completely dominated by the Boston Red Sox.
Well, remember we came into a 4-game series in the Boston head. They have been struggling. They weren't scoring runs and not pitching well. Then all of a sudden they got hot at that particular point. And they did well even with some key guys being injured last year. And although they didn't win their division, they played pretty solid under Francona.
2-1 is popped up. Jed Lowry drifting out into the outfield grass, calls for it, and Beckett has himself a 1-2-3 inning. One of the books here at the Big A, no score. Of Angels baseball, every home game an alumni gets chosen to throw out the first pitch, and none other than the great closer Troy Percival getting the honor here before the game with the family out there. Troy's kind enough to join us here in the booth, and you know, we have to ask you about the first pitch and throwing with that Letterman's jacket on, because we understand it weighs like 77 pounds, at least according to Mark Langston, who struggled throwing a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, it's a little tough to get your arms moving in that thing. It's like a high school Letterman's jacket that's 4 sizes too small. And you throw my son back there, and he's a nervous wreck in the first place, so I just said throw it high and let him get it.
That gold baseball as David Ortiz lifts one out toward right field. Torrey pulls up, and that is off the wall. Ortiz is going to try to go to second. The throw from Hunter is not in time. It is a double for David Ortiz.
It's almost like Torrey was decoying David Ortiz to be able to make that play. He off the wall very well and got that throw in quickly. See a fastball once again in the wheelhouse for a left-handed swing of David Ortiz, but luckily it stays in the ballpark. We got it in there quickly, and Ortiz barely got in before the tag was applied.
Third double of the year for David Ortiz. Man in scoring position. Jed Lowry at the plate. Lowry grounds over to second base. That'll move Ortiz to third. And there's the first out. That gold baseball looks like a shot put. Is it just a regular baseball, or is it a paperweight?
It's the exact opposite. It's about half the weight of a normal baseball. So they pretty much put you behind the 8 ball to start with out there.
So did your son put down a fastball or a curveball sign for you? Or just get out of the way sign?
Unless I learned one in my sleep in the last couple of years, I still don't have one of those.
I know you're bringing that high heat, though. I know you have that one.
I figure I got to put it somewhere where they can't hit it. That's about the only place I could find.
Good pitch to Carl Crawford. What have you been doing lately, the last couple of years?
Well, I'm a high school pitching coach out in my hometown. I coach my son's 12U travel ball team, and between the two of them, that keeps me pretty busy, like a full-time job. And I took up flying, got my pilot's license, and I do a little bit of flying.
Gooby would like to go up.
You know how well I used to love to fly when we were together as teammates. I'd love to do that with you.
I brought that up a few times. I don't think you'd fit in my plane anyways.
No, that's a good thing, Dad.
Carl Crawford with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. The Angels with their infield in with Ortiz over at third base. Crawford's been struggling of late. 149 average. There's Big Poppy.
Now, Percy, when you come back to this ballpark, do you still reflect back to 0-2 and getting that last out to Darren Erstead a lot, or is it just something that you just kind of reflect on when someone asks you?
I think that's the only thing I do remember. But
this one over to Trumbo. Taking himself. 2 outs.
I don't go back and look at it a whole lot. I figure that was my life then. My life now is trying to pass on information and teach these kids how to play the game.
Is there a desire on your part to try to get back into organized baseball and then maybe coach in the minor league, maybe perhaps even become a big league pitching coach or anything like that?
I do have that desire at some point. I spent enough time away from my kids while I was playing, and at this point I like to be around close to home, and I don't have no desire to go and be gone 130 days a year, but within the next 3 or 4 years I plan on getting back to it.
Is that the toughest part for a veteran guy, that having spent so much time away from home to kind of get back, whether it's broadcasting or coaching or whatever the case, to kind of go back into that grind?
Yeah, it's real difficult when you finally get a chance after, my son's 12 years old now. Up until the time he was 10, it was very limited time to be with him and my daughter. And now at this point, there's really no reason to go away. I know there'll be opportunities out there, whether it be A-ball, AA, or roving, as I get a little older and my kids get into high school. So I'll just buy my time and work with the kids in my local area.
Yeah, but Percy, isn't that a lot of fun, gratifying when you can actually teach some kids, and they're sponges at that particular point because they're always listening to you, whether it's a high school or you're 12 and under travel team.
I get more listening out of my 12 and under travel team than I do in my high school team. It's like teaching a block wall, but a few of them have really got it. Had a couple guys that have increased, from 82 up into the low 90s just by getting a solid base underneath them, and that's really gratifying to do. And especially when you get out there and they start seeing some results and you see how passionate they become for the game.
Well, isn't baseball in Southern California, high school baseball, pretty exceptional when you think about it? So many good players. I get to see that often during the wintertime.
There is. It's every team you go to, it's, this guy's going to be a first-round pick. This guy. These guys have 3 guys. And you're sitting there going, well, what do we have? But we actually do have some good players.
Hey, Troy, we really appreciate it. Best of luck to you the rest of the time here, and thanks for coming up here and joining us.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. First of all, kind enough to join us. No scores. We head to the bottom of the second. That's Jet Lowry, who started the game at shortstop. He's now at third base. Kevin Youkilis has been taken out of the game. Marcos Scudero comes off the bench, and he will play shortstop. Tyler Chatwood doing a nice job getting out of a jam in that second inning. Gave up the leadoff double to Ortiz. Ortiz moved to third on the ground. I think that Crawford to ground out, and Veritek to strikeout.
Well, great stuff. Great poise for the youngster. He's 21 years old.
Torrey looks at a fastball for a strike. We're speculating only. We haven't heard word yet on Kevin Youkilis. The fact that he did foul off a couple of pitches off his, looked like his upper ankle area. Probably bothering him, so that's why they're making the move.
Well, the second one got him pretty good.
That was a 10-pitch at bat in the first inning.
That running, sinking fastball inside. Well, you can see that got him maybe even above the shoe.
Torrey takes down low, and it's 1-2 strikes here in the second. It's Hunter, Wells, and Concord against Beckett, who had a 1-2-3 first inning, including a strikeout of Howie Kendrick. Torrey hitting .208 with 3 home runs and 10 runs batted in. Went hitless last night. And the 1-2. Fastball fouled straight back. 92 miles an hour. So the count remains at 1-2 strikes. In case you are keeping score at home. Scudero goes into that cleanup spot. Youkilis was. Long look in for Beckett. And a 1-2. Fastball missed outside.
Torrey with some good career numbers against Beckett. In 389, 7 for 18. Beckett tried to get that two-seam fastball to run back and get the corner.
Two. Torrey chops this one over to second. Pedroia's got it. There's the first out here in the second. Hey, join Major League Baseball on the Major League Baseball Players Association in helping Japan's children in need. Visit unicef.org or text Japan to 864-233 to donate $10. Standard text messaging and transactional fees do apply. For more information, just visit MLB.com/Japan Relief. So Beckett's retired the first 4 he's faced in this game. Brings up Vernon Wells, the left fielder.
But Beckett definitely dictates the pace. He's not real fast as far as each pitch time in between pitches, but he establishes that strike zone.
Wells takes down low. It's 1 no strikes. Vernon's got himself a 7-game hitting streak. Raised his average to 189. He picked up his first home run last night in Texas. 4 runs batted in. Vernon lines one to short. Scudero's got it. Wells struck by Wells. Nothing to show for it. 2 outs.
As a hitter, that's all you can do is grab the baseball. When it's hit at somebody, you just go back there and say, okay, I'm still swinging the bat well. Finally got his first home run as an Angel in Texas, and that swing's getting better and better.
Hank Conger steps to the plate. .333 with a couple of home runs, 7 runs batted in, getting to start tonight behind the plate. He's hit safely in 6 of his 7 starts. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Of those 7 runs batted in, 6 have come over the last 3 starts for him. Breaking ball drops in there. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Beckett did get a couple of starts against the Angels last year, but as we pointed out, the back issue that he dealt with was 1-1 with a 6.08 ERA. A lot different guy this year than last year. Missed inside. It's 1-2. Looked like Beckett wanted that call on the inside corner.
See some good movement. Not only the velocity is pretty solid at 93, 94, but it's the movement. It's been impressive so far. Just got that inside corner with that late movement on the 2-seam fastball.
Breaking pitch is rolled up the first base line. Adrian Gonzalez with a terrific backhanded play, robbing Conger. And the Angels go down in order again. 2 in the books with no score here at the Big A. The Red Sox with 3 hits. The Angels have sent 6 men to the plate against Josh Beckett. He's retired all 6. And here at the top of the 3rd inning, it'll be 9-1-2. Ellsbury, Drew, and Pedroia against Tyler Chatwood. When you look at the pitch totals for both guys through the first 2 innings, almost identical. Chatwood thrown 27 pitches, 19 strikes. Beckett 26 pitches, 16 strikes. Each guy with 1 strikeout. Jacoby Ellsbury looks at a fastball for a strike. The difference being that Chatwood has had to work from the stretch and with guys in scoring position, and has managed it well so far here in his 3rd big league start. Ellsbury hitting just 182, 4 home runs, however. That leads the team as he swings and pops this one up. First base side, Trumbo near the railing. Gonna run out of room.
They threw a change up there. Good to see him mix it up. An all-speed pitch. Makes that fastball that much more effective when you can variate the speeds. Well, you get a great view from our Foxmo of the circle changeup he threw out in front.
No balls, 2 strikes. Mentioned Ellsbury with the 4 home runs leads the Red Sox in that category. 9 RBIs. That pitch is inside. Ellsbury played just 18 games last season. 3 stints on the disabled list, having to deal with a fractured rib. That fastball is low. It's 2-2. He had a very good year in 2009. Hit .301, stole 70 bases. And probably the guy you would think in a perfect world would be at the top of the order for Terry Francona. 2-2. Chopped on the ground to Howie Kendrick. He's got it. Leadoff man is retired for the first down. Of course, pretty good history, especially in the postseason between these 2 teams. You see the all-time series record. Boston leads that one 5 times in the postseason. Boston having won 4 of 5. The Angels got the last one in 2009. Vladimir Guerrero base hit to center field.
That was it. And finally, we were able to beat them in a postseason series.
J.D. Drew looks at a fastball away, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
You get back to Ellsbury being that leadoff guy eventually. Terry Francona wants him to be on base more consistently. He's got some power numbers going this year, but not working to count real well from that spot.
Good change up there. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. J.D. Drew saw 1 pitch in the first inning, grounded out to Trumbo, so he's 0 for 1. Breaking ball missed inside, apparently.
That was a pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
Saw him a changeup so far, fastball, changeup, curveball.
Another changeup there, and it's 2-2. Good arm action on it.
I was going to say that. He sold that one very well. You think fastball because it's real quick through, same arm slot as his fastball. Perfect spot. Try to paint the fastball away.
Luke fouled into the seats on the third base side. Fun watching the 2 youngsters. 21-year-old on the mound, 23-year-old behind the plate. Fastball just missed in. And it's a full count. Payoff pitch, popped him up with the off-speed pitch. Eric Ibar is under it. 2 outs, and again with that off-speed pitch, you saw the frustration of Drew as he slammed it back down, jogging up the first base line. There are 2 outs.
There's no rapport going between Conger and Chatwood as far as setting up a very good hitter, particular fastball hitter, and J.D. Drew. Fastball count, 3-2 count. You're thinking fastball if you're a hitter against a young pitcher like this. Instead, change up. You saw right off the end of the bat. Pops it up. Good communication. Chatwood pointing to his shortstop to make the play.
And I mentioned the youngsters with Tyler and Conger. Conger's caught all 3 of the starts for Tyler Chatwood. Very familiar with him from his days in the minor league. Pedroia takes that pitch outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Pedroia 1 for 1 had a base hit into center field back in the first. As you see those splits home and road games, it's pretty much the case for the majority of the guys in this lineup for Terry Francona. As that pitch is inside. The lone exception being Adrian Gonzalez, who's hit better out on the road than he has at Fenway.
Which is a surprise with his swing. He'd be peppering that green monster. Very good going the other way.
Apparently that has not been the case in the early going. Pedroia takes a strike. That being said, Boston has also faced quite a few left-handers in their first 17 games of the season. Pretty tough left-handers. 3-1, check swing. Fouled it up.
That tells you what kind of movement Chatwood has. Fastball count. Pedroia, former MVP of the American League. Starts to roar out there, but that fastball ran right back into his hands.
Red Sox second baseman ended up playing in 75 games last year. 288, 12 home runs. Drove in 41 before missing the rest of the year. Fastball, and he lost him. It's a 2-out walk. First walk of this ball game for Chatwood. Puts a man on with 2 away, and Adrian Gonzalez coming up.
So she's coming out for some reason there. Maybe the count different than on the scoreboard.
So Tyler will work from the stretch here against Gonzalez, who had a base hit into center field in the first inning as well. He's 1 for 1. Sending his hitting streak to 6 games. Pedroia takes off, and he had a huge lead. It was a breaking pitch, too. Ibar arguing that Pedroia slid into his leg and never got to the base. So Scioscia's going to come out and argue. Pedroia may have hurt himself.
And he kept the tag on. That's what you want to do as an infielder. Keep the tag on the runners. He's sliding in.
Not where you want to be. Oh, it's because he came off. That's the argument. He did run into his leg. He was safe, but he came off the bag, and Ibar kept the tag on there. You see Pedroia reaching back. I mean, how do you miss that?
Pedroia hurt his foot last year. You wonder if that's the same foot as he slid real hard. A late slide into second because of Ibar being in front of the base.
Well, a missed call by second base umpire Tony Randazzo. It's a stolen base for Pedroia, so he's in scoring position. Being tended to now. 7th stolen base for Boston this year. And for Pedroia, that's his second.
Again, remember, he missed a lot of time last year with his foot.
With that left foot, a fracture in the left foot.
He's had a late slide into the base. You see the turning of the ankle as he hit the base. There's no give in that base.
Well, it's a scary sight.
Get an even better view. That's why the foot went off.
Now they're going to intentionally walk Adrian Gonzalez to face Marco Scudero.
Victor, what that tells you here early in the game, Josh Beck is throwing the ball real well for the other side.
Absolutely. 3 balls and a strike. This will be Scudero's first plate appearance. Came on as a defensive replacement in the second inning for Kevin Youkilis. We've yet to hear word from downstairs, but I believe it has everything to do with the foul balls off his ankle. His first inning at bat. So Gonzalez was in first, Pedroia in second. Similar situation to what Chatwood had in the first inning, but at that point it was with 1 out. Chatwood ended up getting Youkilis to ground into that inning-ending double play. Now Scudero steps in. He's hitting .222. 2 doubles, 6 runs batted in. First pitch fastball is inside. 1 ball, no strikes here on Marco Scudero, the guy who is pretty much the incumbent coming into spring training into the season as a starting shortstop. But his slow start, the team's slow start, and the emergence of Jed Lowry has kind of changed things for Terry Francona. And Lowry play bulk of the time now at short. Breaking ball is in there, a beauty. It's 1-1.
Early on in this game, Chatwood the ability to throw, whether it's his changeup or his curveball, for a striking fastball counts. Very important.
Scudero hit .275 for Boston last year in his first year there. 11 home runs and 56 runs batted in. As he swings, loops one to center field. Peter Borges is there. And Chatwood works out of another jam. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 3rd here at Angel Stadium. We have no score. First 3 innings, but he's weaved his way out of it. No score, bottom of the third. The bottom third due up for the Halos here. Trumbo, Ibar, and Borges against Josh Beckett, who's retired the first 6 men he's faced with 1 strikeout. First pitch breaking ball is in there for a strike. Trumbo last night was 0 for 3 after having that 3-hit performance in Tuesday's game. 4 runs batted in. And a 273, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. As he chops this one over to second. Pedroia's got it. 1 away. Angel fans, log on to foxsportswest.com/angels for the latest in team news, including Joe McDonald's column on Brandon Wood. Be sure to cast your vote today on what impresses you most about the Angels' young talent. Borges' speed, Trumbo's power, Conger's maturity, Walden's arm, Chatwood's control, or Gooby's goatee.
Oh, yeah.
Log on to foxsportswest.com/angels. Eric Ibar steps in. Looks at a fastball in there for a strike. Well, if there's any indication as to whether or not Pedroia is okay, that was a pretty good one there. Moving to his right, no problem there with the ankle.
The thing you notice about Beckett, too, ground balls, he's already looking where his infielder is going to be situated behind him. So he doesn't reach for. A lot of times you see a pitcher throw the glove at or bare hand sometimes. But when you look back and know where your infielder is going to be, you don't have to reach out and make that play. And Pedroia was in position twice now in this game to field the ground ball.
3 ground ball outs for Beckett. 1-1 pitch, showing bunt, tried to get a drag bunt, fouls it back, and it's 1-2. Ibar played in his first game coming off the disabled list last night. 0 for 4. Swung the bat well from both sides, left side and the right side.
Well, he was tested early in that game on the backhand, although he didn't make the play at first. It certainly was athletic. As Andrews running down the line, he was going to beat that out.
One-two pitch, dribbled foul at the first base line. So the count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes with Borges on deck. The Angels looking for their first base runner in this game. It's been 7 up and 7 down so far. That'll even the count. Beckett coming off a start in which he went 7 innings against the Toronto Blue Jays. Gave up just 1 run on 3 hits. Prior to that, he had a very good start on, I believe it was a Fox game on Saturday at Fenway Park against the Yankees, where he went 8 innings. No runs, 2 hits.
I remember watching that game, you can see his ability to throw strikes, and he was establishing fastballs inside also.
2-2. Foul back to the left. Well, they've just confirmed Youkilis leaving because of that foul ball. To be evaluated later on. Lowry taking over at third base. Scudero at short now. There's a 2-2. This is popped up. Scudero, a couple of steps onto the outfield grass. 2 outs. So Borges will step to the plate. Coming off a series against the Texas Rangers in which he went 7 for 12, 4 extra base hits, 3 runs batted in, and scored 4 runs. And a couple of decent plays in the outfield.
Yeah, didn't cover not too much ground, I don't think.
Nah. Lays off the breaking pitch. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Top highlight last night. Robbing David Murphy. Still not sure if that ball would have gotten over the fence. Seen replays, especially that camera from behind the wall that appears have the glove and ball over the fence, but I think that's after the catch. Borges fouls it off to the right, and it's 1-1 now.
Well, the amazing thing about that play, too, is that was on a full sprint. A lot of times when guys go back to the wall, they have time to get their timing, get the warning track, and able to make that play. Just running back, it's a good feel, and it never loses the eye off the ball into the glove. It makes a great, great play. Knowing he's going to slam into that wall hard because he's going full force.
One pitch. Breaking ball that misses up and in. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. And then the next batter after that catch, Napoli hits one that was slicing away from him out to right center field. I think he just ran out of gas.
What did Dino Weeble tell us yesterday going on the bus? He goes, come on, don't you have enough in you left to make a play like that again? That was an easier play.
At your age? Swing and a miss. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was pretty funny. Saying, well, you got to be able to make that play. Not your pitching staff. But there's no way. He had no chance.
Two off the end of the bat.
You can tell even good velocity. Cut fastball at 90 miles an hour for Josh Beckett. See him so far at 93, 94, but on a cut fastball, there's a lot of strain on your arm when you throw that. That's a difficult pitch. Kevin Jepson's another one that comes to mind that throws that cut fastball a lot, but it's a pitch that you can fall in love with and go away from your curveball more often.
2-2 curveball got him looking, and Borges is the 3rd out. 2nd strikeout for Beckett. We've played 3. It's still no score. It's time now for our AT&T trivia question. Who holds the Angels rookie record for home runs in a season? Give it the answer in the bottom of the inning. Tyler Chatwood coming out here for the 4th inning to face Ortiz, Lowry, and Crawford. Pitchers used to hit back in the day.
You think I'm going to throw a Dean Chance out there?
Why not? Overshift is on against Ortiz, who doubled off the wall and right first time up. Gets a fastball blown right by him on the first pitch here. Double for Ortiz, his 3rd on the year. 6-time All-Star. Got off to a horrendous start in April last year. Some questioning as to whether or not this was the beginning of the end for David Ortiz. He had 143 in April last year, 1 home run and 4 RBIs.
And the year before he started off slow also, but still put up the numbers.
In May, he had 363, 10 bombs, 27 runs batted in. He loops this one foul
in a month. That's a pretty good month.
Yeah.
He had some good batting practice swings today also, but again, he's still susceptible to a fastball up and in. You got to make sure, we saw earlier when it wasn't up above the belt, it's quick in there.
It's a pretty good changeup right down the middle. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brian Gorman's had a rough night, I think, so far tonight. Missed a couple of pitches on both sides. Ortiz lays off the breaking pitch. They wanted to appeal, and Dan Bellino says he did not go. Howie Kendrick out in shallow right field. Ibar, the shortstop, is at the second base position. And Sturis is at the shortstop position with that overshift. 2-2, missed down low. Full count now.
Boy, change up, curveball, change up.
Three-two, rolls over this one. Another off-speed pitch. Howie will fire on the first. There is the first down of the inning. Now, the Angels are hosting a summer concert series presented by SRS Labs in association with Budweiser. Post-game on select Saturday nights. The lineup includes pop sensation Tayo Cruz. That's on June 11th. Dierks Bentley, country singer, on July the 9th. Rap superstar Ludacris. You like that one? On August the 6th. The hit Christian band Mercy Me on August the 20th, and R&B artist Neo on September the 3rd. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office. As Jed Lowry shoots one out toward left field. Vernon Wells is there. 2 outs. You can also go to angels.com/concerts. So Tayo Cruz, Dierks Bentley, Mercy Me, Ludacris, and Neo.
That's pretty impressive.
Summer concert series here at the Big A.
Celebrating that 50th anniversary. You hang around for those concerts. You hang around with me?
Sure.
You got great seats up here, man.
We don't have to move, do we?
No.
Here's Carl Crawford. Looks at a fastball down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Crawford grounded out to Trumbo in the second inning and did so with David Ortiz at third base. He's 0 for 1. And Sturz playing off the line at third and playing in a little bit. It's down and in. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, one guy you want to fight your way back into the count. Carl Crawford could steal a bag in a second, so you want to make sure that next pitch over for a strike and make him swing his way on.
The times that he has gotten on, he's swiped 2 bags. He's been caught twice. 2-0 pitch. He's down low. 3 balls and no strikes. Pardon me, 4 total ball of the at bat, so it's a 2-out walk.
I think everyone was frozen on that one. Crawford and Mike Scioscia looking it in.
Third walk issued by Chatwood, one of which was an intentional walk. That was to Adrian Gonzalez with 2 outs in the third. He has 1 strikeout of Jason Varitek, and that was in the second inning. So the captain is 0 for 1.
Yeah, Pedroia stole first pitch. Successful stolen base. You might want to step off a few times. Slide step. White Sox tried to steal twice against him in Chicago, and both were thrown out trying to steal.
Crawford had 47 stolen bases for the Rays last year. Career high 60 in 2009.
Well, he's the guy that likes to get the momentum going. Likes to move his feet. You can make him stop. You could be successful keeping him there.
One ball, no strikes, and Conger's going to go out there and have a conversation. Chatwood at 66 pitches, 36 strikes. Quick throw over there. Crawford is back in, standing up. Mentioned that stolen base that Pedroia had in the third inning. Got a great jump off Chatwood and picked the right pitch. First pitch curveball. That was to Adrian Gonzalez.
This appears like he is leaning. going to try to attempt to steal second base.
Tyler falling behind here. 2 balls and no strikes.
Okay, I think this is the point now where you think in the lines of, I'm going to go after this hitter right now. Varitek struggling to start of the season, hitting, what, 0.48. Yes, you want to keep Crawford close, but the bottom line is you got 2 outs. You can finish off the inning. You go in and attack him right now. Yes, try to be quick, but you don't have to be at the point where you're worrying about the base runner more so than you are the guy at the plate.
Mike Butcher comes out, pays a visit. Crawford talking with Ron Johnson, the first base coach.
This is liable to be a conversation with Mike Butcher and Gorman going back as far as the strike zone.
So Varitek has a 2-ball, no strike count. He's 1 for 21 to start the year. Red Sox are counting on Jared Saltalamacchia to be pretty much the everyday catcher. He's struggled offensively as well as defensively. So Varitek getting some time now as well. Crawford takes off. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. The throw is on the shortstop side, and Crawford has himself a stolen base. His 3rd of the year. So man in scoring position here for Boston. 2 outs in the 4th inning.
Pretty good jump. The reality is you got to think in lines of getting the batter out. Yes, you would like to have him thrown out, but if you could finish off Varitek, no damage done.
Pickoff attempt. Good throw. Ibar trying to sneak in there. Two, 2-1 down low. 3 balls and a strike. Ninth place hitter Jacoby Ellsbury on deck. He grounded out his first time up. See Ibar trying to keep Crawford close to the bag at second. And a 3-1. Varitek rolls a foul. And a full count. No runs, 3 hits, no errors. And 4 left on for Boston. Goose eggs on the board for the Angels. Beckett has been perfect so far. 9 up and 9 down with a couple of strikeouts. 4th full count for Tyler Chatwood in this game. Payoff pitch. Lost it. So back-to-back walks keeps the inning alive, and that'll bring up Ellsbury. Fourth walk issued by Chatwood. Ellsbury, a guy that you got to worry about too, because anything slowly hit in the infield. Tough play with his speed.
Not afraid to bunt also.
It's 1 ball, no strikes. Mentioned that ground out of Ellsbury, putting him at 0 for 1. This one hit well toward deep left field. Vernon Wells is there, however, curls around, makes the catch. That will end the inning. The Red Sox leave 2 men on base. Hit to the bottom of the 4th, still no score. AT&T. By your Southern California Ford dealers. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. Right now, get the All-American Jack Combo with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. Top of the fourth, we have no score here at the Big A. The Angels sending up 1, 2, and 3 against Josh Beckett, trying to figure him out. He's been very good with a couple of strikeouts, no walks. He's faced the minimum 9. Meiser 0 for 1. Hit a fly ball to center field at the bottom of the first inning. Lowry at third base, way in on the grass. Everyone else back. Gonzalez maybe a couple steps in at first. And Meiser looks at a fastball for a strike. Count is even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beckett last year signing an extension to his contract. Then had the struggles with the back problems. Meiser takes that one down low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
One thing about Beckett, not real quick to the plate when if he's in that stress position, so you got to get on base. Not quite as good as a fastball either.
Only 44 pitches thrown. Former 2nd overall pick, 1999 by the Florida Marlins. Steers backing out there. Came to Boston, part of that Hanley Ramirez trade in 2005. 2-1 is high. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Good job as far as seeing pitches. The ball so well coming in at 380.
3-1 pitch. Takes a fastball. It's a full count. Veritek set back outside. The 3-2 is lifted down the left field line. Long run for Crawford. Still going over, and he'll run out of room. So Steers gets another opportunity here at 3 balls, 2 strikes. A contrast in styles on the mound. Besides the age factor, height factor. From a pitching standpoint, Tyler has had to work to get through the 4 innings. He's been successful thus far, though he's had some base runners. Beckett kind of at his own pace, just deliberate. 3-2 rolled foul.
Similar to his delivery too. Gathers himself very well over the pitching rubber. Almost similar to Dan Herron. Not quite as much hesitation, but certainly gets himself in position to have great downward action with his arm over that front leg.
Another payoff and another roller foul. This one got a piece of the foot of his Steers.
Boy, cut fastball. Right here you can see he gets great balance. Straight up and down. That's what you want to have as a pitcher. And then you work downhill over that front leg.
And he lost it. First base run of the game for the Angels. It comes as the leadoff man. And Steers works the walk. Brings up Howie Kendrick. Go back to our AT&T trivia question. Who holds the Angels record for home runs in a season? Tim Salmon, 31 bombs in 1993.
Pretty good rookie year.
Yeah.
But Tim had the ability to drive the ball to right center field also.
Kingfish was here that first homestand. Pre and post game shows. He's come back when May.
When Cleveland comes back in town.
He's a big Cleveland Indians fan.
Oh, there's no question.
Quick throw to first, and Steers is back. Tim, a huge fan of sitting up in the rocks with the trench coat and talking Cleveland Indians baseball.
Loves it. All those good young players coming through.
Howie's 0 for 1. He was the strikeout victim in the first. Lays off the cut fastball. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Terrific ratio so far for Beckett from Strikes and balls. He's been around the plate. There's no doubt about that. 32 strikes, 19 balls.
5 stolen bases against him already this season. Nobody has been caught yet.
Quick throw to first, and Asturias is back. The Angels with 10 stolen bases on the year. They are tied for 8th in the American League. Asturias has 3 of them, but he's been caught twice. Missing outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Another cut fastball. Possibly a slider also. Same action, both those pitches. Veteran pitcher that he is, he's trying to keep that ball on the outside part of the plate to give Varitek a better chance to possibly throw out Meister if he does try to steal. You always want to be on the outside corner if you're trying to throw someone out. Going right back out again.
7 stolen base attempts against Varitek. He's caught 1. 2-0 is fouled off to the right. 2 balls and 1 strike. It had been a while since the Angels had stolen a base. They picked up 2 of them in last night's game. I think this would be a perfect opportunity here. 2-1. Now he fouls it straight back. 2-2.
What a good swing at that pitch. I think when you see a guy dealing on the mound, like even though it's still early in the game in the 4th inning here, Beckett with great stuff, you have to press the issue on him.
It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count here on Howie Kendrick. Nobody out. Asturias at first. Howie loops one to shallow left. Crawford is there. 1 away. Got Howie on his front foot on that breaking pitch. 1 out. Asturias still at first. And here comes Bobby Abreu. Popped down his first time up.
Probably a couple career home runs against Beckett, but a lot of at-bats. 76 career at-bats against Beckett.
Major League leader in walks this year with 16. And Meister taking a pretty good lead over at first. Bobby takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Angels facing 3 right-handers in this series. They'll get a left-hander tomorrow. John Lester taking the mound, going up against Dan Herron. That's in the dirt. Boy, great read by Asturias. Regardless of wherever that ball ended up, had it stayed at the foot of Jason Varitek, he was not going to get Meister Asturias. The minute that ball hit the dirt, Asturias was gone.
Exactly right. This ball, right away, spin in the dirt, he was gone. Even if he was able to catch it right off the bounds, there was no way. Meister read it well. Good secondary lead, too, and good read. Now in scoring position for a great run producer throughout his career in Bobby Abreu.
Bobby's got a 1-1 count here. Hits this one in the air to left. Slicing toward the foul line. Crawford is there. 2 outs. So it's up to Torrey, team leader in RBIs. With 2 outs, and Asturias at second base. Torrey 0 for 1. He grounded to second base in the second. The rest of the pitching matchups, just in case you're curious, Saturday, Daisuke Matsuzaka going for the Red Sox, Irvin Santana for the Angels. And then on Sunday afternoon, Easter Sunday, 12:35 start, John Lackey against Matt Palmer. First pitch to Torrey. It's a fastball on the inside corner. Torrey doesn't like the call. Outfield pretty much straight away against Torrey. The infield, same thing, although Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman's off the line at first. Trying to take out that hole on the right side of the infield.
Oh, and 2. Meister can almost walk to third base. Beck is just holding the ball, burying his looks back there, just in case Meister goes. He feels comfortable, Beckett, right now going after Torrey Hunter. He's not worrying about the base runner with 2 outs. He's already in scoring position anyhow.
Oh, 2 pitch. Breaking ball rolled over to third. Lowry comes charging in, throws off balance, and Torrey's retired for the 3rd out. The Angels get their first base runner, will leave him stranded in scoring position. 4 in the book, still no score. Score. Game 1 of this 4-game series. 7-game homestand, 4 against Boston. And then a 3-game series against the Oakland A's beginning on Monday. First series of the year against the Athletics. Tyler Chatwood, 4 innings, 4 walks, 3 of them regular walks, 1 intentional. 1 strikeout. Facing the top of the order here, J.D. Drew, Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez. J.D. Drew 0 for 2. He's grounded to first, popped out to short. Hits this one out to left. Vernon moving to his right will make the catch. There is the first out of the inning. And bring your friends or family to Easter Sunday brunch and a ball game at Angel Stadium. This Sunday, April 24th, enjoy brunch on the field or in the garden stage of Angel Stadium before the game, and then watch the Halos take on the Red Sox at 12:35 p.m. Don't miss a chance to take a photo with the Easter Bunny and make this Easter a memorable one. Space is limited, so make reservations by calling 888-796-HALO or send an email to sundaybrunch@angels.com. This is like legit Easter Bunny, not just you standing out there with Easter Bunny ears, as Pedroia fouls one off to the right.
It's the real deal?
It's the real deal.
It's Peter Cottontail.
Up all 2 strikes on Dustin Pedroia, who had a base hit in the first, walked and stole a base in the third. So he's 1 for 1. Jams him, and he'll flare that into right field. Boy, great piece of hitting. Terrific pitch by Tyler Chatwood.
Boy, perfect pitch. You just got to tip your hat to Pedroia. Boy, on base all 3 times tonight. Exactly the target that Conger had set up, and he hit the target almost off the hands itself, but strong enough to fight it into the outfield for a base hit. He stole a base last time he was on.
Picked the right pitch, as we talked about. At that point, that curveball first pitch to Adrian Gonzalez. first pitch fastball is in there for a strike.
Not necessarily a great base stealer, though, Victor, but a guy that picks his spots.
Yeah. I mean, and that's all you want to do, especially as a guy who's been batting at the top part of the order. Mostly as a leadoff man or two-hole hitter. A good fastball in on the hands. It's no balls, 2 strikes. You're seeing accomplished major league hitters take swings like that. It tells you location is good and life on the fastball is very good as well.
And that's what you want of a young pitcher, or any pitcher in general, that late movement. Because you're a recognized fastball, but yet it's still moving and take away the good sting of the bat.
Check swing, the breaking ball. He went around. Brian Gorman rings him up, and there is out number 2.
It's a pretty good indication of the kind of stuff he has. Runs the fastball, then drops a 12-6 curveball, the swing and miss curveball. Gonzalez couldn't hold up. Clearly crossed the plate.
Strikeout number 2 for Tyler Chatwood. Second out here in the 5th. Here's Scudero. Scudero's 0 for 1. Hit a fly ball to center field. Quick throw to first. Pedroia is back. Pedroia's career high in stolen bases, 20. He's done it twice, 08 and 09. Limited last year because of the ankle. And lifts a fly ball to left. Playable from Vernon Wells. Fairly easy inning for Tyler Chatwood as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Angels looking for their first hit of this game, yet we're still scoreless. The 5th inning, picking up a second strikeout. Made some very good pitches, quality pitches. So he is through 5, no score. Bottom of the 5th here, Vernon Wells, Hank Conger, and Mark Trumbo against Josh Beckett. Angels looking for their first base hit. Had their first base runner in the 4th inning. A leadoff walk to Meister Sturris, who went to second on a wild pitch, but Meister was stranded at second base. Vernon 0 for 1. He squared one up and lined it to the shortstop Scudero's first time up. They look at a breaking pitch for a strike here.
Okay, Vernon was guessing, hoping first pitch fastball, got a curveball instead. It was ended up being a backup curveball.
Swinging through that one, it's no balls, 2 strikes. Vernon, the career .316 hitter against Josh Beckham, 5 home runs. And the 0-2. Chopped on the ground toward the hole at short. Scootero's got it. One away. So with one out, nobody on, Hank Conger steps up. Aside from that Wells liner in the second inning, Conger is the guy who's had the best shot at a base hit, and an extra base hit at that. He hit that breaking pitch down the first base line, and Adrian Gonzalez made a terrific play to the backhand to rob Conger of extra bases. Actually ended the second inning.
Well, he's a great glove, and that's why you look at the Red Sox right now leading the American League in fielding percentage. How important it is to have a first baseman not only can cover a lot of ground, but save a lot of errant throws over to first base.
Lays off that pitch, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. The Red Sox do not move their fielders around a whole lot. I mean, they play their outfield pretty much straight up at normal depth. Nothing really stands out as far as maybe Ellsbury playing very shallow or anything like that. As Beckett falls behind here, 3 balls and no strikes. Same goes on the infield. Corner infielders perhaps a little bit off the line or on the line. See a lot of teams. Seen the Angels do it. Well, everyone does it against David Ortiz, but with other guys, kind of shift a little bit. 3-0 pitch. It's in there, 3-1. Mark Trumbo hanging out on deck. The 3-1. Strike on the inside corner. He thought about pulling the trigger, laid off of it, but
Look, it might have been a cut fastball. Veritek was setting up outside. They had to reach back. Try to feel that cutter start off the outside corner and catch the corner. Instead, he got a lot of the plate. A dangerous pitch.
3-2. Boy, got him swinging. 2 outs. Hey, folks, on April 26th, the Angels host division rivals Oakland A's at 7:05. All fans in attendance will receive a wall calendar courtesy of Pechanga Resort and Casino. This calendar highlights 50 years of Angels baseball and includes players such as Rod Carew, Don Baylor, Tim Salmon, as well as others. To purchase tickets, please visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. 2 outs, nobody on here for Trumbo. Looks at a fastball in there for a strike. Strikeout of Hank Conger, the third for Beckett. He's walked 1. Trumbo 0 for 1. He grounded out to Pedroia leading off the third. Breaking pitch outside.
Well, Veritek may not necessarily have the best throwing arm anymore, but does a great job of handling the pitching staff. And him and Beckett have had good rapport this season. He's a good target, good game plan.
This one hit well at deep right field, chasing J.D. Drew back. He's still going back, and he will make the catch at the base of the wall for the third out of the inning. 5 in the books here at the Big A. We have no score.
6th inning. Now it's time for the Coors Light freeze game. Dustin Pedroia picks the first pitch, a curveball thrown from Chatwood, slides hard into the base for a stolen base. That hard slide, late slide, forces foot off the bag. Stayed on there long enough to be able to keep that stolen base. That was our Coors Light freeze game, brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light. Looked for a while that Pedroia might have hurt himself, but stayed in the game. Had to make a nice play in the field right away when he went back out to defense.
Here in the 6th inning, David Ortiz leads things off, takes a curveball for a strike. Ortiz, Lowry, Crawford. Same guys that Tyler Chatwood had to face in the 2nd as well as the 4th innings. Ortiz 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out. That fastball is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, that looked like a pretty good pitch again. Curveball, fastball. I mean, it hit the target.
Two-one count here on Ortiz, the DH. Missing with the off speed. And it's 3-1. '86 pitches thrown by Chatwood. 48 strikes, a couple of strikeouts, 4 walks. 3-1. Fouled off to the left. Full count now.
Talk about an indication of kind of stuff Chatwood has. It's a 3-1 fastball. Ortiz, one of the best fastball hitters, especially down. Thought that one was way late on it.
And a payoff. He lost him. Lead off walk puts a man on for Lowry.
Well, we talked about Beckett being more over the top, deliberate, gathers himself, but Chatwood here is a guy that we talk about drop and drive. If you can freeze it right here, you can see where he starts bending that knee right here, and then you see that drive towards the plate for him to be able to get that good action on his fastball, similar to maybe a Tim Lincecum using that entire body to be able to get downward action and get arm through there over that front leg.
Lowry's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly ball to left. Takes the off-speed pitch up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Lowry off to a great start. 462 at the start of the day. 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Played just 55 games last year for the Red Sox with 287. Chatwood falls behind. 2 balls and no strikes. With the pitch count starting to get up there, probably see some action starting in the Angels bullpen here momentarily.
And you got to trust that sink on the fastball. See if you get a ground ball.
Left-hander up in the pen, Hisanori Takahashi. They stir us in on the grass at 3rd. It's a 2 ball, no strike count here on Jed Lowry. Three balls and no strikes.
And Mike Scioscia's wondering where that pitch was again.
Slow walk out to the mound here.
I mean, that's, if you're a sinker ball pitcher, you want to live around knee level. Fox Factor will tell you that's catching that very bottom of the corner.
Long conversation. Gorman gets to the mound. And you knew this was going to be the case at this time. Like Butcher questioning Gorman here as far as location. Mike still saying some words to Gorman as you head back to the dugout.
Well, it's not like he's been high in the zone and then going down. He's been consistently working right around knee level. If you can't get that pitch when you're a sinker ball pitcher, it becomes difficult. Then you try to force yourself up in the zone, and it's just not part of your game. Even though you do make adjustments to umpires, some are low ball umpires, some are high ball umpires, but you got to stay within your element.
Took something off and it's in there. 3-1. David Ortiz at first base had a leadoff walk here to start the 6th inning. Three-one rolled foul. It's a full count.
Do me a favor, that looked like a pitcher that was out of the strike zone. He took a little off that give and take on the fastball. That one at 91. We've seen a lot of 94 and 95 out of Chatwood tonight. The 96 and of course a 79-mile-an-hour changeup.
3-2. Lowry loops it in the air to left center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Ortiz advances to second. So 2 on and nobody out. Lowry picking up his first hit of the game. 5th for Boston. Carl Crawford coming up.
Well, the one thing you think of is Crawford is struggling this year hitting wise. He might be up there the bump, and it's not going to be easy to make the perfect bunt to get Ortiz over there safely to third base.
As Sturz on the grass, Trumbo at the cut of the grass at first. Crawford has grounded to first. He has walked. He's also stolen a base, his 3rd of the year. Showing bunt, takes a strike. Almost looked hesitant. Perhaps maybe just trying to draw his Sturz in even further at third base, but he's already in on the grass.
Well, it definitely looked like he was trying to bunt for a hit, possibly. And you have to have a really good bunt. Right here, you got to make sure third baseman fields it.
0-1 off the mound, back to Chadwick, plays it first. They get the out, the sacrifice works. Ortiz to third and Lowry to second.
Well, he did a nice job as far as his punching that into the ground, forcing the pitcher to field it. Again, if you do that conventional way to bunt down the third base side, if the pitcher jumps off the mound easily, you're going to be able to throw him out of third.
And obviously that ball bouncing off the plate, helping out the Red Sox in that situation with Ortiz being the base runner. Anybody else, it didn't matter. But you take that out of the equation as far as the thought process. I'm going to fire over to third base. Take a chance. Infield is halfway. Jason Varitek at the plate. Snowballs in a strike. Varitek a strikeout victim and a walk.
And Ford is be able to do that halfway because David Ortiz, known for his power, not necessarily a speed demon, but he's going to get a secondary lead. But you can have your infielders play back a little bit.
He was over at third base with 1 out when Crawford grounded to first base. The pitch was inside, I guess. And it's 1-1.
There's no borderline pitches being called, that's for sure.
It's 1-2. Tyler getting ready to throw his 100th pitch of the night. Breaking ball got him. Fooled Varitek completely. And it's basically what Chadwick has to do. He's got to take it upon himself and either strike out a guy or hope they hit it.
Well, it's certainly not the area you want to throw the curveball, but it froze Varitek. He was because he had that plane of that fastball that pitched before at 94.
So 2 outs. Ortiz still at third. Lowry at second. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury. 0 for 2. Ground ball to second. A fly ball to left. Vernon Wells very shallow in left field. Borges creeping in center. First pitch, broken bat looper to shallow right field, and that is going to fall in there. Ortiz will score. Here comes the throw. Lowry is safe. It is 2-0 Boston. Broken bat base hit. Puts Boston on top here in the 6th inning.
Well, certainly wasn't hit well. Jammed him. Again, most flares into the outfield are going to be elevated pitches. That was right at the belt. There's nothing Torrey could do on that one, too. He's got to play back far enough. Well, it was in perfect position to fall in front of him.
Ellsbury with RBIs 10 and 11. He's over at first as J.D. Drew now steps in.
You got to make sure you stop this right now. Beckett's been dealing so far tonight.
Pitch out, nothing's happening. Snap for the first. A nice dig out of the dirt by Trumbo. It's 1 ball, no strikes on Drew, who's 0 for 3.
Pitch out on. Ellsbury read that too.
Yep.
Because a lot of times a pitcher, you got to try to stay your same delivery, because if you quicken it up, good base stealer will read that and stop.
Takahashi's ready to go in the bullpen. Chapman getting an opportunity trying to get out of this with a 2-0 deficit. Drew's grounded out twice in fly ball outs. There goes Ellsbury. The pitch is a strike. The throw down from Conger is in time. Ellsbury gunned down. That ends the inning for the Red Sox. Strike first. They get a couple of runs as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Boston leads it 2-0.
By Time Warner Cable.
Well, the Angels have their job cut out for them. They are down 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Josh Beckett with no hits allowed. Take a look at the last play. That ball went through the legs of Jacoby Ellsbury. One hopper to Eric Ibar's glove. Stayed with it and got the out to end the top of the 6th inning. Ibar leads things off here. 8-9-1. Ibar, Borges, and Asturis. Showing bunt. And that pitch is a strike. Ibar 0 for 1. He popped out to short in the 3rd inning. Halos have had one base runner. That was that walk to Asturis leading off the 4th. Breaking ball. This is low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Lowry, the 3rd baseman, in on the grass, trying to protect against the bunt. Kevin Youkilis got the start at 3rd, but he was taken out of the game after fouling off the ball off the shin. Ibar swinging a miss on that cut fastball down and in. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's been a very effective pitch for Beckett tonight. Sometimes he'll follow up with a curveball after he's thrown the cut fastball.
One-two, chopper off the plate. It's going to be a tough play for Beckett, and it's going to be an infield base hit. Man is on board.
Well, that's one of those plays, too. When you're on the mound, that ball hits off the plate, especially with somebody with that type of speed hitting from the left side. No chance at all.
I'm kind of surprised the fact he tried to glove that ball.
Yeah, you got to catch it with your bare hand above your shoulder and then throw it in one motion right away. That's your only chance you have. Anytime it goes to your glove, and then you got to be able to get the transfer. No chance whatsoever.
First hit of the night for the Angels. Leadoff man is on board to start the 6th inning. Here's Borges. He struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Lowry still in at 3rd. That fastball missing outside. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Ibar with 22 stolen bases last year. Always a threat went on. Borges chops this one over to 3rd. Lowry looks at 2nd, but he'll fire on the 1st. So Borges is retired. Man in scoring position now with 1 out.
They ran that fastball in. Well, he might have had a shot at 2nd base, but decided at this point of the game to get the out.
So as Sturridge comes up with a man in scoring position. Nicer 0 for 1. Fly ball to center to walk. Halos 0 for 2 with men in scoring position in this game. First pitch fastball is high. Velocity still good for Beckett. Only thrown 80 pitches in this game. 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. Nicer grounds this one to short. Scudero has it. 2 outs.
Different type of pitcher for Beckett tonight. We've seen this season also been very effective. A lot of ground ball outs. He knows a guy, a strikeout and fly ball pitcher. Incorporating that sinking 2-seam fastball along with that cut fastball.
Howie Kendrick now steps in with 2 outs, man at 3rd. Beckett will continue to work from the stretch. Howie, a strikeout victim of the 1st, hit a fly ball to left in the 4th inning. Takes the first pitch fastball in for a strike. That fly ball to left in the 4th inning came on that slow breaking ball that fooled Howie. Oh, 1 lifted foul and out of play on the right side. No balls, 2 strikes. Tyler Chatwood more than likely done after going 6 innings. He got 2 runs on 6 hits. J.D. Drew leading off the 7th inning. Left-handed batter. Takahashi's ready to go in the pen. The 0-2. Howie fouls it straight back.
Pretty much a mistake pitch, 0-2. Got that ball up. Got away with that mistake. how he can take advantage of it.
Ibar leading off at third. Now he takes a called strike 3, and that will end the 6th inning. No runs, a hit. And the Angels leave a man at third base. 6 in the books. Halos down 2-0. American Airlines upcoming schedule. You got the Red Sox in town for 4, then the Oakland A's for 3, then back out on the road at seesaw schedule of 1 week in, 1 week out. Back to the Rays for 3-game series, and then head up to Fenway for a 4-game series beginning on May the 2nd, then back home against the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, pretty interesting schedule.
Yeah.
Done with Tampa, in Tampa, run there twice already. This next road trip.
Boston with 2 runs in the 6th inning, leads it 2-0 here. The top of the 7th, Hisanori Takahashi comes on in place of Tyler Chadwick. Pitching now his 10th game, 1-0 mark, a 4.70 ERA, and he's got 2 left-handed batters in the first 3. J.D. Drew, Dustin Pedroia, and Adrian Gonzalez scheduled to come up here in the 7th for the Red Sox. Tyler Chadwick, 6 innings, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks, 1 was intentional. Gave him 2 runs, both earned on 6 hits. The 15th quality start for the Angels in their first 19 games.
Extremely impressive performance by Chatwood again. Fought out of some tough jams. Showed a lot of poise too. Some borderline pitches he wasn't getting. He stayed within his game plan, kept his poise through strikes. For the most part, outside of that jam shot by Ellsbury, wouldn't have given up any runs.
J.D. Drew with a 1-ball, 1 strikeout. He was at the plate in the 6th inning when Jacoby Ellsbury was thrown out trying to steal. 0 for 3 night. Takahashi's 1-1. Waved that by J.D. Drew. Pulled the string. It's 1-2.
Great job of flipping up that slow curveball at 66 miles an hour. Throwing off the timing of a hitter that really looks for that fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Takahashi pitched Tuesday night in Texas, went 2 innings. Gave up a run on 4 hits, struck out a man. It was a 15-4 win over Texas. 2-2. It's down in the dirt. Full count now. Pedroia on deck. Gonzalez to follow. No clean 1-2-3 inning against the Red Sox tonight. At least not yet. streak will continue. Leadoff walk to J.D. Drew. Puts a man on for Pedroia.
Umpires are still trying to get his command together. Stuff has been there as far as he's not going to be overpowering, but a pretty good fastball. You can see the break on that curveball when he's able to get ahead of the count. The key pitch for him, that fastball command.
Breaking ball first pitch is down low. Pedroia 2 for 2. Couple of singles and a walk. It's the first time the Angels have walked 6 men in a game since April the 9th. Pedroia takes outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. That was the game against the Blue Jays. Angel pitchers walked 8, but that was a 14-inning game.
He's got to get right back in the thought process and confidence that you could throw that first pitch for a strike. Mike Butcher preaches that from game action to bullpen action.
2-1. Trumbo playing just in front of J.D. Drew, leads off at first. 3 balls and 1 strike. Last thing you want. Down 2-0. Josh Beckett with a 1-hitter right now to gift base runners.
This will go right into the heart of the order after this plate appearance by Pedroia. Gonzalez very good as far as against left-handed pitching.
Pedroia fouls it off to the right, full count. Good crowd on hand here. First of 4, 37,000 plus. Drew takes off. Pedroia fouls it off to the right. J.D. Drew heads back over to first base. He's got to kind of hesitate there with Takahashi, the left-hander, on the mound before he breaks towards second base. Not even taking a very big lead. Goes again. The 3-2 is inside. He walks it. Back-to-back walks. Puts 2 on for Gonzalez. Conger out to talk things over. Adrian Gonzalez with a base hit. Intentional walk and a strikeout for a 1-for-2 game. Some action will start up again. Rich Thompson crank it up quickly. Good opportunity trying to get a double play ball. Gonzalez doesn't run all that well. Not going to be in a sacrifice situation. The man you just gave $154 million to. And he popped him up. Infield fly rule is called now. 1 away. Nice pitch in on the hands.
He got it in there. Very good. First pitch. That's what you try to do. You try to jam him. That way he can't get out of the batter's box anyhow if he hits the ball on the ground. Let him get his arms extended. A lot of times left-handed pitchers will go inside first pitch with left-handed batter, then try to get you out of way. A very effective first pitch.
Marco Scudero comes up now. He's 0 for 2. Fly ball to center, 1 to left. J.D. Drew, the man, is second. Dustin Pedroia over at first. No balls and a strike. The bottom of the 7th inning. Against Josh Beckett, the Angels will have Abreu, Hunter, and Wells. Try to get something going. They've had a couple of men in scoring position, not been able to cash it in. Got their first man on board of the 4th, first hit in the 6th. Third straight start for Josh Beckett, which has been very good. That's not saying that he was horrible against Cleveland his first time out. Gave up 3 runs in 5 innings.
He barely stretched out as far as pitch count and innings in spring training, so that was more of a get acclimated to the start of the season. He's been locked in since.
Count is even here at 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside corner, 1 and 2.
A good spot on that pitch. A change up a pitch before, then fastball at 89. Inside corner.
Takahashi very slow compared to that of Tyler Chatwood. Doesn't waste a moment out of the mound.
He certainly has great pace working. Chatwood, but Takahashi slows it down.
1-2 pull down the left field line, but foul. Conger goes out there. Reset, do it again here. 1 and 2. Red Sox with 6 hits. All 6 of those come against Chatwood. 2 guys that have reached for the Red Sox here in the 7th via the walk. Scudero lays off the off-speed pitch. And it's 2 and 2.
Good try on that one. See if we can get a swing over top of that. Hitters in protect mode. Scudero was able to lay off that changeup off the corner.
2-2, got him looking. Down goes Scudero, 2 outs.
He comes right back in with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, paints the inside corner after going away with a changeup.
Kind of surprised he got the call, considering how the strike zone has played out. East and west.
Conger wasn't moving that club. He was making sure he gave Gorman a good look at that fastball inside.
2 men on, 2 outs. David Ortiz at the plate. No balls and a strike. Ortiz doubled off the wall in right field in the 2nd inning. Grounded out in the 4th. Walked and scored in the 6th inning. The 2 runs for Boston came in the 6th inning. Jacoby Ellsbury broke his bat and flared a single to right field and scored the 2 runs. Ortiz and Lowry. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes.
And you want to get that breaking ball a little bit further away. He's had some pretty good numbers, surprisingly, against lefties. He has that swing in which he stays back and shoot the ball to left field. But if he could swing at that pitch, he'd go a little bit further, maybe about 6-7 inches further away.
Here comes the 0-2. It's a fastball up and in, bends him back a little bit. 1 and 2. 2 home runs on the year for Ortiz. 9 runs batted in. J.D. Drew led off the 7th with a walk. Pedroia followed with a walk. He's over at first. The 1-2. Got him looking on the outside corner. Down goes Big Poppy. So the 2 walks to start the inning are stranded. 7th inning stretch time. Angels still trailing 2-0.
The Angels' all-time leader in saves, but no out was bigger than the last one of 2002.
When that ball was hit, I think I had my hands up before that thing got out of the infield. I knew that thing was getting caught. Next thing I knew, I had Benji Molina on my back and another 800 people, I think, after that. I didn't even get to see a whole lot of the celebration because I was down on the bottom of the pile trying to get them off of me.
Troy Percival, the owner of 358 career saves. That was the first pitch before the game tonight. Kind enough to join us in the booth in the 2nd inning. A little up and in.
Yeah.
Still intimidating.
Yes. He's squinting out there, still can't see the signs. He goes up and in and drops a hitter.
Oh, man. 2-0 Boston, bottom of the 7th. Bobby Abreu to lead things off. He'll look at a fastball up and away. Boy, there are some pretty consistent numbers for Troy Percival. Year in, year out.
And he was right. I mean, he had a good curveball at times. But when you think about Rivera with the Yankees, majority of his pitches cut fastballs. Percy went after a hitter every time with a fastball. They knew it was coming, but he had the ability to both hit spots and then elevate with about a 97, 98 mile an hour fastball to get you out.
2-0 pitch to Bobby is outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Corey Hunter on deck. Beckett with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit allowed. Abreu has popped out to short, hit a fly ball left, so he's 0 for 2. That's in there for a strike, 3-1.
Bobby with such a good eye, too. 3-1. He's not necessarily automatically going to swing here. Make sure it's in a spot where he can hit the ball hard. If it's not, he'll take it. Consider getting a fastball again, 3-2.
3-1. That's outside. A leadoff walk. Second issued by Beckett. Puts a man on for Torrey Hunter. Torrey's 0 for 2. Twice is grounded out. Once a second, once a third. Bobby with a pretty good lead over at first base. Torrey lays off the breaking pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Abreu, by the way, with a couple of stolen bases, but caught once. The Angels really have not forced the issue whatsoever in this game with Beckett. The few times they have had the opportunities. Asturias ended up at second base in the 4th inning with a wild pitch. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Showed you Rich Thompson earlier. Fernando Rodney playing catch. Imagine if the game stays 2-0 Boston. Thompson will come into the game. One. Torrey fouls it back. 1-2.
Well, cut fastball got a lot of the plate. He fouls it back.
Beckett at 93 pitches. With nobody out here in the 7th. A 1-2 count on Hunter. Torrey takes that pitch low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
No matter how well you're pitching as a pitcher, starting pitcher, there's going to be an inning or so where you have some troubles, command. You can fight through it, especially a guy like Beckett. You can cruise from that point, but this might be the inning where he's going to have command issues.
Quick throw to first. Abreu diving back in. Overall numbers for Josh Beckett.
Just that 1 hit allowed, that chopper off the plate.
Eric Ibar picking up the infield base hit. Torrey takes that pitch inside. It's a full count.
Bobby will be going on the pitch.
Vernon on deck. The inning continues. Hank Conger. Boston with the 2 runs in the 6th inning, and the Angels trying to figure out Beckett here in the bottom of the 7th. Quick throw over.
He's definitely leaning. He's going to go.
I like the approach by Adrian Gonzalez at first.
He's not wasting the tag.
What's the point in tagging if the guy's in there safely? That's when you know you're pretty good at first base.
Yeah, I'm guessing because I'm thinking he was leaning there. Quick tag, he might have been in trouble.
Abreu doesn't go, and 3-2 is hit out towards center field. Ellsbury going back, still going back at the wall. Gone! Big fly for Torrey Hunter. Ties this game up at 2.
Torrey got all of that to center field, coming in a .319 career hitter against the Red Sox, and coming in at .389 against Josh Beckett. Made him pay. 3-2, did a good job working the count back in his favor. He got a fastball to be able to drive. But one at bat, couple good at bats. One by Bobby Abreu, worked the walk. And Torrey, the dead center field.
Leadoff walk to Abreu, the 2-run home run by Torrey Hunter, his 4th of the year, now with 12 runs batted in. Bases clear for Vernon Wells. Vernon pops the first one up in the first base side. Veritek and Gonzalez, nobody can get it. Bounds into the seats, it's no balls and a strike. Go back and take a look at that home run.
Boy, fastball hard of the plate. No doubter. Torrey knows when he gets a home run. Ball went a long way. We're pretty excited about that. It's been a while since he's centered up a baseball.
No balls and a strike here on Vernon Wells. Nobody out in the 7th. And now you are more than likely to see Fernando Rodney pitching the 8th. Breaking pitch just slipped out of the hand of Josh Beckett. It was counted 1-1.
Yeah, got underneath the wrist drop. Slipped out, breaking ball. But the thing is, when you're throwing a breaking ball, you can stay on top of the baseball. The wrist action tells you that ball got underneath him, and that's why you saw that action and where it ended up going.
Time is called. A home run by Torrey, the first for Torrey since April of 13th. That was when the Indians were in town. He had a 2-run shot in the 4th inning of that game.
That's the type of swing that gets Torrey going.
That is line foul. Vernon just out in front of that fastball. It's 1-2.
That ability to get out the ball on the outside part of the plate, driving it. A lot of times we talked about rolling over on a ground ball to shortstop or third base on that same pitch, but that time stayed back and crushed it to center field.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. Vernon takes called strike 3, and there's out number 1. Fifth strikeout of the game for Beckett. First down here in the 7th. Here comes Hank Conger. You usually see a guy like Torrey Hunter smiling, pumped up. He looks a little chapped in the game. As Conger pulls this one over to first, Gonzalez has it. 2 outs. Even running around the bases, getting back to the dugout.
Red Sox Angel. It's a big rivalry here. Oh, well, he's still trying to get a feel at the plate. He knows it's going to come along pretty soon, but a swing like that can get you rolling.
There's Mark Trumbo with 2 outs, nobody on. Mark's 0 for 2 with a ground out. And a fly ball that took J.D. Drew to the base of the wall and right. That came in the 5th. Swinging that first pitch. No balls and a strike.
Recall now, all 3 at-bats against Trumbo, he's starting them off with something breaking, whether it be a slow curveball or a cut fastball or a slider. Veteran pitcher gets a young hitter.
One ball, 1 strike. We haven't seen too many of those pitches from Josh Beckett. That big curveball. He had some problems getting on top of it. That wasn't a bad one. Just missed down low. See Rodney getting loose. In the 8th inning, he'll face Lowry, Crawford, Veritek to schedule 3. 1-1. Breaking ball. They fooled Trumbo there, but missed down low. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Remember that fastball he hit up to the wall in right center field, the fastball away. He's supposed to be throwing breaking pitches.
Two 1. Fastball outside, 3 balls and a strike. The inning continues. Eric Ibar step up.
Look at Beckett right now. You have a young hitter up there with a lot of power. Do you challenge him with a fastball, or do you throw something all speed? We'll throw a slider.
He swings through that one. And it's a full count.
Hit pitching backwards. Fastball count, threw him a slider. See if Trumbo can make an adjustment.
Payoff pitch. Trumbo pops it up. Gonzalez, the first baseman, calls for it. That will end the inning, but not before the Angels get a leadoff walk by Bobby Abreu, and Torrey Hunter connects for his 4th home run to dead central. 7 in the books. This game's tied at 2. Chase. Deposit checks from your smartphone with Quick Deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. And by Jeep, the Jeep brand, now celebrating 70 years of legendary heritage. Back out here at the Big A, it is the top of the 8th inning. This game tied at 2. Fernando Rodney coming to this game. We'll look at his numbers in a minute. Take a look at our Farmers Insurance report card of the game. Torrey Hunter, the game-tying 2-run home run in the 7th. Tyler Chatwood, a quality start for him. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, even though he walked 5. 1 was intentional. And with men in scoring position, the Red Sox 1 for 11. The Angels 0 for 4. Mentioned Fernando Rodney comes in to face Jed Lowry, Carl Crawford, and Jason Varitek. Rodney, no record, a 2.35 ERA, pitching in his 9th game as the first pitch changeup is rolled to the left side. Sturris to Trumbo. 1 pitch and 1 out. Lowry 1 for 4 now. Brings up Carl Crawford. There's the numbers for Fernando Rodney. He's done a nice job at really working on the mechanics. Throwing more strikes, 7 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 6 walks. Opponents hitting just $148 against him.
Yeah, good point, Victor, on that one. We worked hard with Mike Butcher down in Tampa trying to get those mechanics back after that tough time he had in Kansas City.
Crawford looks at a fastball for a strike.
What they did was they shortened up the stride, quicker turn with the front hip, allowed him to stay in there, and better deception.
Missed inside, evens the count at 1-1. Crawford's grounded the first. Walked and stolen a base, had a sac bunt in the 6th inning. 0 for 1.
Fernando Rodney right here, just a quick little turn of the hip, and then downward action behind the ball, much better than before when he was flying that front shoulder open.
Off speed, misses up and away, and it's 3 balls and a strike. He was almost at the point, especially in that series against Kansas City, when he was still closing games. Kind of had that Louis Tiant kind of a turn, not necessarily as pronounced like Louis towards second base, but closing that shoulder and then coming home, all of a sudden everything started to fly open. Just couldn't find the strike zone. 3-1 pitch. Full count.
And not only you do that, when the ball's coming out of your hand, the hitters have a longer time and opportunity to be able to pick the pitch you're throwing too. So this is not a lot of deception as far as where he was coming with the fastball or changeup, and now he's been able to even incorporate a pretty good slider too.
3-2. Missed outside. It's a walk. And the Angels have a great way for you to spend your Friday nights. Come out to the Big A, watch the Angels in action, and stick around for a spectacular post-game fireworks show. The next Wells Fargo Big Bang Friday happens tomorrow. The Angels taking on the Red Sox. And a pretty good pitching matchup, by the way. John Lester going up against Dan Herron. That game's at 7:05. Purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com. We do want to remind you that not only is it Wells Fargo Big Bang Friday, a terrific pitching matchup, but there is a Ducks game on the other side of the 57 freeway. So be aware of the traffic concerns coming as well as going. Veritek showing bunt of beauty up the third base line. That is a foul ball.
I love that play what Conger did there because he knows this field so well. That ball has a tendency to roll back. He realized it and dove to make sure he touched that ball foul before it would roll back into fair territory. Smart play by Hank Conger.
And a pretty smart play by the captain, Jason Veritek, seeing Asturias playing back there to drop one down.
You can see that ball rolling right back in play. That would have been a fair ball. Starting to work its way back. Diving play. Those are those little plays you make. You can see Hank Conger just knows the game. Yes, he's young. That's great instincts.
No balls and a strike on Veritek, who's 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Fastball is high. That'll even the count. Two runs, 6 hits, no errors for Boston. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Angels. Crawford with a pretty good lead at first. Veritek fouls it back over the screen. 1-2.
I'm surprised Crawford hasn't tried to steal yet. But Fernando Rodney does a nice job as far as holding the baseball.
It's almost as if Rodney is quick pitching. Not wasting any time holding the baseball or glancing over. Just kind of sign, set, and go.
Going off the timing.
In the dirt. Nice job by Hank. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Down the dirt, Hank Conger. Nice job as far as getting the body, the glove down, make sure it could not go between the legs. It's in front, bounces up to make sure Crawford couldn't go.
Two. Hit him. Crawford in at scoring position, representing the go-ahead run. Veritek at first base. Butcher's going to come out.
See, Conger wanted a fastball away, instead fastball in. Overthrew that pitch. Butcher's trying to get him back into his mechanics again. He looks like he's flying again.
Long meeting with Butcher. The entire infield. And Fernando will have a couple of left-handed batters here, with Ellsbury coming up, and then J.D. Drew. Crawford at second, Veritek at first. First pitch changeup down low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Ellsbury 1 for 3. Grounded to second, a fly ball to left. 2 RBI single in the 6th inning. Now with 11 runs batted in. Back-to-back changeups. Rodney falling behind here. 2 balls and no strikes. Daniel Bard, the fireballing right-hander, is up now. Papelbon behind him. It's 3 balls and no strikes. And boy, you go to this 8th inning and you think, all right, 1 pitch and I get a weak ground ball to third, 1 out. That's a pretty good start to an inning in a 2-2 tie, and all of a sudden things have kind of fallen apart here. Walk to Crawford, the hit by pitch, and now falling behind here at 3-0. And a walk loads him up.
We're falling right back to those mechanics again. We talked about how well he was throwing as far as being quicker, and showed that through the first out, and all of a sudden that front shoulder's flying back open again.
To Rich Thompson now loosening. He was up earlier. Takahashi, by the way, went 1 inning, struck out 2 and walked 2. And that was in the 7th. So J.D. Drew steps up. He's 0 for 3. Did draw a walk in the 7th. Stranded there at first base. Asturas in at third. Trumbo in at first. Middle infielder's back looking for that double play ball. The fastball is in there for a strike. The speedy Carl Crawford at third. The not so speedy Jason Varitek at second. And Jacoby Ellsbury with very good speed, but will have to slow down with Varitek at second. He's in first. 0-1. Upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Fernando certainly has the ability to strike out a batter. This is where he needs one most.
Wells shallow and left. Torrey straight up and right. Borges a couple of steps through the alley in left center. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Very difficult to throw strikes when you're aiming the baseball. That's what Fernando Rodney is doing right now. Got to think in lines of playing catch.
Well, and confidence. Yeah, the body language right now can't seem to figure it out. 2-1 pitch, good changeup right there. A little bit better. And it's 2-2.
Again, you got to stay within your mechanics just like that pitch. You can't try to aim it. You can't try to overthrow.
Two swing and a miss. Down goes Drew. 2 outs.
Not an easy thing to do to get J.D. Drew to strike out with the bases loaded. Right with another changeup. Wow, did he sell that one well too? It's been his best pitch of the inning so far.
Bases still loaded with 2 outs and Pedroia now up.
A contact hitter too, so you got to work ahead quickly.
Pedroia, couple of singles, couple of walks. First pitch changeup in there for a strike. Pedroia was taking. Fernando ahead of the count here. A walk, a hit by pitch, and a walk to load the bases here in the 8th inning with 1 out. Now there are 2 outs with the strikeout of J.D. Drew. 0-1 pitch, fastball. This is outside. It's 1-1. Rodney wants to know where that pitch was.
Looked like a pretty good pitch.
As do all of us.
That's on the corner.
And that's how inconsistent Brian Gorman has been all night. Two balls and a strike now. Trying to overthrow that fastball. 24 pitches thrown by Fernando here. 15 balls, 9 strikes.
His go-to pitch when he has issues with the strike zone has been the changeup now. A gutsy pitch. You have to make sure it's close enough to the strike zone. You get Pedroia to swing at it. And hopefully add a fielder.
Tried to battle through it. Keep this game tied at 2. Got helped out right there. Pedroia was locked and loaded, ready to pull the trigger on the fastball, and he fouls it back.
Well, he was guessing a fastball away, and then gets a running fastball in.
Popped him up. Howie Kendrick out to shallow right. Fernando Rodney made it interesting, but he gets through the 8th inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th here at the Big A. This game still tied at 2.
Cold, hard blast, and what a blast it was. 3-2 fastball. Josh Beckett had been dealing at this point, but Torrey Hunter with one swing ties it up. The dead central on a 2-run homer. That was our Coors Light cold, hard blast by Torrey Hunter.
2-2 tie here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Josh Beckett back out for another inning of action. You saw Bard warming up when Fernando was out there. That was only as if the Red Sox had taken the lead. Josh Beckett, 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Ibar, Borges, Izturis, 8-9-1. Do it for the Angels here in the 8th inning. Ibar 1 for 2. He's popped out and had that infield base hit off the plate. That was the first hit of the game for the Angels. That came leading off the 6th inning. Off-speed pitch upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, he faked the bunt there, Eric Ibar, to push the third. He's the guy that will bring the ball with him down the first baseline. Try to get that bunt, get the inning going.
He'll also do that slap bunt over the head of the third baseman. We've seen him do that a couple times. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Jordan Walden is up playing catch. Two-0. 3 balls and no strikes.
I guess that Ibar is going to take not only 1 but probably 2 pitches.
Takes a strike, 3-1. Beckett at 111 pitches. Peter Borges looks on. Most pitches thrown in the game for Beckett this year. 3-1 pitch. Full count.
Trying to get on base. Took that borderline fastball called against him.
Payoff pitch from Beckett. Ibar pulls it. That's a fair ball heading into the corner. Ibar rounding first, heading to second. Drew up with it. And Eric's going to try to go to third. The throw from Pedroia is in time. Huge mistake on the part of Eric Ibar. Mike Scioscia wants to come out and argue after Dino Evil said some words to Dan Bellino. But a leadoff double should have been more than enough.
Well, because J.D. Drew did a tremendous job of cutting that baseball off and getting to Pedroia a quick relay. Talking about textbook on the defensive side, but a great at bat for Eric Ibar. Hits it right down the line. Not an easy thing to do, get it by Gonzalez, but J.D. Drew cuts it right over by the wall and does not let it get around that corner. Hits his cutoff man, and Pedroia with a nice one-hop throw to third.
That little hesitation right there probably cost him. And if you're that hesitant to look back twice, then you need to pull up. You're already in scoring position representing the go-ahead run. So he gets credit for a double, but he's put out. One out. Borges looks at a strike.
Talk about aggressive base running, but that's a spot where, especially when you have Peter Borges hitting that number 9 spot, in great position to be able to be squaring around the bunt to advance to third base.
0-2 now. And it appeared as if, watching that replay, that Lowry got the tag in there before the hand.
The only thing they could have been discussion is the ball looked like it might have been bobbled in the glove.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Borges is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the 3rd inning, grounded out in the 6th. Multi-hit game for Eric Ibar, but the first out at 3rd. Here's the 1-2. Borges fouls it off to the right. Beckett still with good velocity, good movement on his pitches. Another 1-2. This one rolled over to 3rd. Lowry's got it. Low throw, but Gonzalez has it. 2 outs.
You get that second life when you have a play made behind you defensively. When you made a mistake and Ibar hits that double down the line, but you're already at that pitch limit where you might be a little bit taxed, but all of a sudden you get that boost of energy with a great defensive play. He made some quality pitches to Borges there to get that ground out.
I mean, it changes the whole complexion of the inning. Man at second. Nobody out, guy in a sacrifice situation. He just finished throwing 6 pitches to the leadoff man in the inning. Meiser pulls this one, and that is foul on the first base side.
Plus, you're taxed because now you got to worry about fielding your position. And Beckett's a very good pitcher, probably one of the best big game pitchers, but fielding his position on a bunt takes a lot out of you, especially late in the game. So you're going to have a guy on second. You have a guy with all that speed in Peter Borges. There's a lot of pressure on you.
Meiser tonight is 0 for 2. Fly ball to center, a walk, and a ground out. That'll even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. In the 9th inning, Boston has Gonzalez, Scudero, and Ortiz. Scudero in that cleanup spot. That's where Kevin Youkilis was batting. Had one AB in the first inning, fouled the ball off his shin, and he was taken out of the game. Down in the dirt. It's 2 balls in the strike. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Barrington holding that one.
And not getting that low borderline pitch the whole game in the strike zone.
3-1. Meiser fouls it back, full count. Howie Kendrick is on deck. Josh really has slowed things down. He's been very deliberate this entire game, but here in the 8th inning, really slowing things down. 3-2. Fouled off to the left.
Well, he's a starting pitcher. When you get around that 120, 125 pitch limit, you're trying to gather all your strength you have left. Just thinking, okay, I got one good pitch left in me. So you're taking your time, making sure you hit your spot with your fastball, maybe get that extra mile or two, or the better tilt on the breaking ball.
Meiser loops this one towards short. Scudero will make the catch. Now will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on. 8 in the book, still tied at 2. And your favorite devices. MLB.TV Premium lets you enjoy HD quality, home and away coverage, multi-game view, and the ability to pause and rewind live games. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Top of the 9th inning, tied at 2. Jordan Walden is in the pitch in his 10th game. Trying to keep things in check. He'll face Adrian Gonzalez, Marco Scudero, and then David Ortiz here in the 9th.
Jordan very good with that fastball, rushing up there 98, 99 miles an hour. Very sharp slider also. 10 strikeouts, 8 third innings pitched so far this year.
Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman for the Red Sox, 1 for 3 in this one. Had a base hit in the first. Intentional walk in the third, a strikeout in the 5th, and a pop-up in the 7th. There's no question the Red Sox have had more than enough opportunities to try to score runs and break the game open. They have stranded 12 men on base Red Sox 1 for 13 with men in scoring positions. Gonzalez gets jammed here on the first pitch. Shallow left field. Here comes Vernon Wells. One out.
A lot of hitters against Walden will try to get that bat going quickly. You got to try to catch up to a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Well, at the end of the bat, it's a first pitch out.
Scudero steps in now. He's 0 for 3. First pitch fastball, a little bit high at 99. That'll leave it a count of 1-1. Scudero showing bunt, takes a strike.
That's a loud sound even up here at 97, hitting the catcher's mitt.
Breaking ball rolled over to third. Sturris has it. Scudero is retired for number 2. This is the first game that Walden has pitched since Sunday against the Chicago White Sox. Although he was up yesterday, Jared Weaver's game, but we ended up getting the complete game.
Good performance by him. Boy, he's been dealing 5-0. And Mr. 4-0 right next to him.
There's David Ortiz with 2 outs, nobody on. Fastball is up and away. Weaver, by the way, joined Dave Stewart, Doc Gooden, and Rick Mailer to have 5 wins in the team's first 18 games of the season. Dave Stewart did it twice. Fastball is outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Again, in these spots here, if you're in the 9th inning, your closer situation, you want to always pitch to the outside corner.
3-0.
You want to make sure you can hit it the big part of the ballpark.
Jet Lowry's on deck. And that's a 4-pitch walk.
There might be a pinch runner here, possibly for David Ortiz.
Looks like Darnell McDonald. Will take over. Butcher's going to come out, talk over strategy with McDonald coming in to pinch run for David Ortiz. So now the Red Sox without Ortiz as well as Youkilis. The Angels tonight have walked 10. Lowry 1 for 4, had a base hit and a run scored in the 6th inning. Darnell McDonald, no stolen bases, no attempts this year.
Does have some pretty good speed. They put you wet coming out the Wilderness to make him aware of. Just hold the ball, just step off on occasion, just make the base runner know you're paying attention to him.
Fastball is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Saw even though he's just had 11 stolen bases in his major league career, McDonald's a guy who's hit 30 plus stolen bases in the minor league, so obviously very good speed. Sturris off the line at third. And the 1-0. McDonald takes off. The pitch is inside to throw down. He's not in time. It goes off the glove of Ibar, but not far enough for McDonald to advance. McDonald looked like he had a running start.
And most closers generally aren't particularly fast to the plate. A high leg kick, even though Walden throws hard, good opportunity for a base stealer to steal a bag.
Jonathan Papelbon is now up and loosening. Daniel Bard to his right is already loose. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Lowry. He skies this one out to shallow left center field. Borges comes in a couple of steps. He'll make the catch. Now we'll end the top of the ninth. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Kendrick, Abreu, and Hunter with the game tied at 2. Looking for a one-of-a-kind Angels collectible, then come out to Angels Stadium on Saturday, April the 30th. The Halos are having a yard sale located at the home plate gates. Items include authentic clubhouse chairs, stadium banners, game-used items, and more. Early entry for season seat holders is at 9 a.m. and then to the general public at 10 a.m. New pitcher on the mound for the Boston Red Sox. It's the fireballing right-hander by the name of Daniel Bard. Bard 0-2 with a 5.40 ERA, pitching in his 9th game. 8 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, but he's been off to a slow start.
Well, you're talking about another guy with a good fastball, 94 to 99 range. Good slider. Starting to utilize a changeup also.
Howie Kendrick, Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter. Scheduled 3 here in the 9th. First pitch fastball is in there for a strike. Howie tonight 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts, also a fly ball to left. Breaking ball, this is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bard got to the big leagues in 09, pitching 49 games. Last year, 73 games. He's 1-2 with a 1.93 ERA. Some saying the future closer of the Boston Red Sox. Chopper toward the middle. Scudero to his left has it. Throw to first is in time. Nice play by Marco Scudero. Now he's retiring for number 1.
Not an easy play. Scudero made it look easy going up the middle. That ball was going to be a base hit. Slides into the outfield grass. Turns around. Strong throw to get Howie. Nice step and a half. What a nice play. A little contrast as far as pitchers on the mound here. Jordan Walden, a full max guy rushing up there at 99. Bard is a guy that fluid. That sneaks up on you at 98, 99. 2 great arms.
Facing Bobby Abreu now. Bobby is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch fastball missing down low. Josh Beckett tonight went 8 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits allowed, including Torrey Hunter's home run that tied things up in the 7th. Strike on the outside corner evens the count. Bard pitched yesterday in Oakland, going an inning and 2/3.
It's not easy to do to come right back the next night after an inning and 2/3. Again, with that type of fastball, just make good contact and that ball can go a long way.
1-1 pitch. It's 1-2.
A changeup at 89. He's been using that more and more, especially against left-handed batters.
One ball, 2 strikes here on Abreu with 1 out. Breaking ball. Just outside. It's 2-2. I use that term loosely. Torrey Hunter on deck. The 2-2. Bobby goes down swinging. 2 outs.
Well, he gets a fastball at 99 with movement. He's looking and hoping to get a fastball in the inner half and try to hammer it. Instead, it ran away.
Torrey 1 for 3. 2-run home run in the 7th inning. Chops this one over to second. Pedroia has it. And the Angels go down in order here in the 9th. We head into extra innings yet again. This game tied at 2. The 4th extra inning game. Halos 2-1 in extra frames. Here in the 10th inning, Rich Thompson is called upon by Mike Scioscia to kind of keep things in check. Boston setting up the bottom third of their order. Crawford, Varitek, and Ellsbury.
And Rich doing a nice job with that sinking fastball. He used to be more of a 4-seam, straight fastball guy. A little different arm angle over the last year and a half. It's a lot more ground balls. Very good curveball and a slider.
Jordan Walden went 1 inning, walked a man, allowed no runs. Boston with their 2 runs in the 6th inning. Jacoby Ellsbury with a 2 RBI single. The Angels with that home run from Hunter in the 7th. First pitch, breaking ball is down low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Carl Crawford still 0 for 1. Ground out to first, a couple of walks and a sacrifice bunt. Evens count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Rich Thompson, the 5th pitcher used by Mike Scioscia. Tyler Chabot went 6 innings. Isanori Takahashi a scoreless inning. Fernando Rodney a scoreless inning. And Walden, Crawford swings through that one. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Red Sox have used Beckett, who went 8. Bard 1. Probably done after 1 after going an inning and 2/3 yesterday.
Yeah, you would think so. And there's some action down in the bullpen for the Red Sox. You would think that'd be enough for them this early in the year.
1-2 is ruled foul. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's the right-hander Bobby Jenks. A one-time Angel.
Another guy can throw pretty hard.
Jenks' velocity, although the last couple of days, last couple of outings have not been where it needs to be. Crawford takes a breaking ball for a called strike 3. There is out number 1.
That was one of those locking curveballs. You're at the mercy of the umpire when you have a pitch like that. Lock them up.
Crawford thinking that pitch was high. Probably was a little bit high. But today it's pick 'em.
Well, technically that would be in the strike zone. It's right at the belt. I know it's not called too often.
Verite takes a strike. He's 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts, 1 walk. He's hit by a pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 10th inning. Vernon Wells, Hank Conger, Mark Trumbo. Down to the dirt.
Luckily, that did hit Veritek's foot. He wasn't in any mood to get out of the way of that, especially 0-2. You're going to stay right around there and let it hit the foot.
Got him looking on the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rich Thompson.
What a spot. It was a cut fastball. At the corner.
To 2 outs, nobody on for Jacoby Ellsbury. Ground out, a fly ball to left, a 2 RBI single in the 6th inning and a walk. 1 for 3 night. With Steris and Trumbo, 3rd and 1st respectively, playing in case Ellsbury decides to drop one down. Looks at a strike on the outside corner. Popped him up, 3rd base side, and that one is going to fall. It is no balls and 2 strikes. Good shot. Just on the other side of the 57 freeway, the Honda Center. Game 5 tomorrow night on Prime Ticket. Predators and Ducks. Big win for the Ducks in Nashville.
Temu. It's unbelievable.
Ageless wonder. No balls, 2 strikes here on Ellsbury with 2 outs. On the dirt. It's 1 and 2. Red Sox at the top of the order with J.D. Drew on deck.
We'll see if he goes the same pattern after the curveball to Varitek. He threw that cut fastball that caught the corner. But Ellsbury generally will swing at pitches like that in the dirt.
1-2, got him swinging. Rich Thompson strikes out the side here in the 10th. Into the bottom of the 10th. Vernon Wells, Hank Conger, Mark Trumbo. This game tied at 2. Out at 2, Vernon Wells to lead things off against new pitcher, the name of Bobby Jenks. 30-year-old comes in place of Daniel Bard. 7 games, an 0-1 record, an 8.44 earned run average.
Got 5 1/3 innings pitched so far this season. He's allowed 7 hits and 4 walks. So hit 304 against him. Fastball, 91 to 95 range, curveball slider. Curveball, big swing and miss pitch for him.
Jenks originally a 5th-round selection by the Angels back in 2000. He was claimed off waivers by the Chicago White Sox in 2004. And of course, that started his big league career. Had a 41 save season for the White Sox in 06, 40 save season in 07. It's dwindled down from there, even though he saved 27 games for Chicago last year, but had an ERA of 4.44. You see the numbers for Vernon Wells in his career: 0 for 8, 3 strikeouts here against Bobby Jenks. And Vernon takes a strike. Wells 0 for 3. He's lined out, grounded out, and struck out.
Is that a rally cap?
A bucket. Jenks pitched 2/3 of an inning yesterday, gave up a run. Marvin Vernon chops this one over to 3rd. Lowry retires in for the first down here in the 10th. So Hank Conger now will step in. Hank 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs to first and a strikeout.
I like that approach. Jumping on a fastball with that type of power that Hank has, especially up. He is a very good high fastball hitter. Usually you don't say that with a guy hitting from the left side, but Conger likes that ball up.
Oh, 1 pitch, foul back, no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Jenks, one of the guys signed in the offseason by Boston, trying to provide some depth in that bullpen. Dan Wheeler, another guy. Matt Albers as well. Albers just recalled today before the game. They're activated on the 15-day disabled list. Issue with his right lat. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball popped up behind the plate. Veritek coming back toward the screen and will make the catch for out number 2.
Read back, read at the net. Veritek makes the play. Well, easy at bat so far for Trumbo. He's got to start off with a breaking pitch, whether a curveball or a slider.
Mark is 0 for 3. 1 ground out, 2 fly ball outs. Breaking ball is down low.
A little better patience, that one.
This game continues. Rich Thompson coming back out for the 11th, facing the top of the order. Evens the count of 1 ball, 1 strike.
A hanging breaking pitch there.
One. With another breaking pitch, catching the corner. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jenks with the signage ready. Here comes the 1-2. Popped up on the first base side. Gonzalez will have a play on it. The Angels go down in order here in the 10th. We ended the 11th, but this game's still tied at 2. Take a look at the rest of this series as far as pitching matchups. Tomorrow night, John Lester, Dan Harris, 7 o'clock here on Fox Sports West. Saturday, Daisuke Matsuzaka and Irvin Santana. And Sunday afternoon, Easter Sunday, John Lackey and Matt Palmer. Fred Thompson back out for the 11th, facing J.D. Drew, Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez. First pitch is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Rich struck out the side in the 10th. J.D. Drew's 0 for 4. Drew a walk in the 7th. Rich falls behind here. 2 balls and no strikes. Matt Albers is up. Two and one.
Was trying to be too fine with that fastball. It's a good sink on it. There's J.D. Drew to hit the ball on the ground.
Thompson starting to become set, steps off. Got to be careful with Drew as well. Ability to hit the ball in the ballpark. 22 home runs last year, one this year. 3-1. He draws the walk. Leadoff man is on board to start the 11th. Pedroia steps up. 2 for 3, couple of singles, a pop-up, couple of walks. Drew takes off, hit and run. It is foul back. Drew's not much of a base stealer, especially lately in his career.
Francona is so comfortable with Pedroia putting the ball in play on a hit and run.
The last time J.D. Drew has double-digit stolen bases was 2004 with the Braves. He had 12. No balls in the strike here on Pedroia. Looked like he offered at it, and he did. It's no balls, 2 strikes.
See if he got the bat back in time. No, he definitely offered after it. He tried to bring the bat back, but at that point the ball's by him.
A little stabbing motion forward. 0-2. This one's shot to right field, a base hit. Drew is rounding second. He's going to head to third. Pedroia stops at first base.
Boy, an 0-2 pitch, too. The guy that handles the bat well. You got to make sure you hit your spot when you're ahead like that. You want to force him to swing at something out of the zone. So quick with his hands, is trying to put it in play. It's in the right field.
Mike Scioscia's going to come out, talk things over. Got Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. But then you have Marco Scudero, Darnell McDonald, and Jet Lowry. Remember, no Youkilis, no David Ortiz. He was pinch run for in the 9th with Darnell McDonald.
This is defensive strategy right here for Mike Scioscia.
Jonathan Papelbon is up now. J.D. Drew, the leadoff walk, stands at third base. Dustin Pedroia with a base hit stands at first.
I wonder if he may walk him here, load the bases. They're going to go after him.
Outfield straight around against Adrian Gonzalez. The infield playing in. Gonzalez loops one down the line. That's going to fall for a hit. J.D. Drew will score. Pedroia rounding second, heading to third. He's going to be stopped there as Adrian Gonzalez has an RBI double. And Boston's back on top 3-2. Rich Thompson, who struck out the side of the 10th inning, not as effective here in the 11th. A walk, now back-to-back hits.
Tried to cut the fastball on his hands to jam him. Didn't get it in there quick enough, and Gonzalez with that swing is able to get the bat head through. Not exactly crushed it, but hit well enough to be able to get the run in and get into second base.
And still nobody out here in the 11th. Marco Scudero, the batter, infield in. This one back up the middle, and they got a man between second and third. Gonzalez going to be tagged out for the out. Horrible base running on the part of Adrian Gonzalez, unless he missed a sign.
Really bad, because he didn't get a rundown and allow Scudero to get to second base. So now you keep double play in order also.
Scudero reaches on the fielder's choice.
Well, he probably thought that was going to go up the middle, and Pedroia is going to go on contact there, which would have been a difficult throw for Howie to throw home. A big out.
So Darnell McDonald steps up for his first plate appearance, hitting 143 on the year. He's 2 for 14, has a home run, 1 RBI. Swings the first pitch, comes up empty, and it's no balls and a strike.
Still the possibility of a suicide squeeze. You also have the possibility of a pitch out here also when you're ahead of the count 0-1.
0-1 pitch. Pulled over to third. Pedroia coming home. Usturis fires it to Conger. And the reply tag. Nope. Usturis came up too far. And the swipe tag missed. The question is he out of the baseline? As Mike Scioscia comes out to argue. Mike looks like he's asking Dan Bellino to ask for help with Brian Gorman. From our vantage point, Usturis didn't tag Dustin Pedroia.
Definitely the tag was not applied. You wonder how far out you can go to avoid the tag.
I think that's the question. So still one out, bases loaded now. It's a fielder's choice for McDonald. Here's Jet Lowry. Lowry 1 for 5. Pedroia at third. Scudero at second. McDonald at first. Count is now even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
We need that double play ball right now.
Jonathan Papelbon loosening. Come on in the bottom of the 11th inning. The Angels have Ibar, Borges, and Usturis. 8, 9, and 1 due up. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Lowry rolls it foul, 2-2. ground ball to center field against Jordan Walden, who went 1 inning. Rich Thompson in his second inning of work. He's thrown 29 pitches, 20 strikes, 9 balls. With that leadoff walk here at the top of the 11th. J.D. Drew coming around to score to give the Red Sox a 3-2 lead. Base is still loaded, 1 out. Here's a 2-2. Lowry loops one down the third base line, foul.
Pretty close. Those are ones where you make a perfect pitch and just slaps it the other way. Fortunately enough, it went foul.
Jason Bolger's now up. Big swing on that 2-2 pitch by Lowry, fouling it back.
Good spot with that pitch, because if he does put it in play, more likely it's going to be on the ground. They have a chance for a double play. Tough to be able to elevate that one. It's down that low.
A little battle between Rich Thompson and Jed Lowry here. Seven pitches thrown by Rich to Lowry. Breaking ball is chopped foul.
What a battle. That's a pretty good pitch, and he fouled that one off.
Carl Crawford is on deck. Bolger's ready to go in the pen. Conger sets up outside. That one is looped out into center field. Borges comes charging in. Pedroia is tagging. Here comes the throw from Borges, and it is not in time. 4-2 Boston. Lowry with a sacrifice fly picks up his 12th RBI.
Certainly got himself a good throwing position. That one little hesitation, but strong throw, right on the money. At the foot in.
2-run lead for Boston. 2 outs. That's going to be it for Rich Thompson. Jason Bolger will be called upon to get that last out here in the 11th. Red Sox lead at 4-2. scoring the 4th run, but the question is, he should have been out in this rundown, but swipe tag misses him. The question is, how far outside the baseline can he go? That's Eric Ibar pointing there. Mike Scioscia came out to argue, and to no avail.
The rule is 3 feet to avoid the tag, and the umpire saying right there, if you read his lips, saying it's 3 feet. That's, well, it's a heads-up play by Pedroia to get out and avoid that tag for one, but the interpretation of 3-foot rule there, pretty interesting. But the reality is, talked about leadoff walks, but especially in extra innings, always seem to come back and haunt you.
Jason Bolger now with 2 outs, 2 on. Facing Carl Crawford. Big swing and a miss on the curveball, and it's 0-1. Crawford is 0 for 2, couple of walks, a strikeout, sac bunt. No balls, 2 strikes. Those are balled up dollar bills. Apparently they were flipped over to Carl Crawford while he was in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-2. Popped up third base side. Ran in the seats. Probably get like 1 large coffee at Starbucks down there. Perhaps a little left over for a tip.
We're right back.
It is 0-2. Scudero at second. McDonald over at first. Fastball gets away from Conger, and the runners are going to advance. Two-seam fastball just kept running away from Hank.
Boy, dropped the elbow, forced that running action. Missed by a whole lot.
Ruled the wild pitch. So second and third now. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Crawford. Veritek is on deck. Bolger trying to keep it a 2-run deficit. Crawford checked his swing. He went around. Gorman rings him up, but the Red Sox scored 2 runs. We hit to the bottom of the 11th. The Angels down 4-2. Summary in this one. Josh Beckett extremely good through his 8 innings of work. He did make 1 mistake. That was the Torrey Hunter in the 7th inning, a 2-run home run. It tied things up, but in the 11th inning, Adrian Gonzalez with an RBI double and a sacrifice fly off the bat of Jed Lowry. Of course, this play right here kind of set up that sacrifice fly. Pedroia being called safe. Did not go outside the baseline, according to Dan Molino. Lowry got the sac fly, and that's Where we are right now, 4-2 Boston here in the bottom of the 11th inning, and Jonathan Papelbon is coming into the game.
Jonathan Papelbon with that fastball, 91 to 95 slider, and a split finger fastball. He's had a lot of success throughout his career against the Angels at an ERA of .67. He's only allowed 2 earned runs. 27 innings pitched.
Here in the 11th, it'll be Eric Ibar, Peter Borges, and then Meiser Asturias, 8, 9, and 1. Bobby Jenks is the pitcher of record for Boston. He had a 1-2-3 10th inning. As a matter of fact, the last 8 in a row have been retired by Red Sox pitching since the leadoff double by Ibar in the 8th inning. But unfortunately, he was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. Poor decision. That was in the 8th. Since then, it's been 8 in a row. He sat down. No balls and a strike here on Ibar. But with that double, has a 2-for-3 game. This one lined sharply. One hopper over the Scooter rope. One out. So here's Borges. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout victim in the 3rd. A couple of ground outs over to 3rd base.
I'd be surprised he's thinking the lines will bunt. Need at least 1 base runner.
Drops a bunt up the first base line. What a beauty. Nobody's going to get it. That's an infield base hit.
What a job by Peter Borges getting on base. Perfect bunt. Boy, once it gets by that dirt, there's no chance at all. I like the angle he took going down the line.
So Asturias steps up 0 for 3. Had a walk in the 4th inning. Lowry still on the grass at 3rd base. Fastball is in there for a strike. A bunt base hit by Peter Borges, the 4th hit of the night for the Angels. Beckett allowed 3 of them. No balls, 2 strikes.
That was a split finger fastball. He's been starting to use that more as the velocity on the fastball has dipped a little bit.
In the dirt. Borges will advance a second. Veritek now finds it. Wild pitch.
Another splitter. That's why as a pitcher you got to communicate to the catcher exactly where it's at. You point to him or say a verbal communication. At least he has an idea where to go for the baseball. Because it's difficult as you're just trying to block it, keep it from getting away from you.
His initial reaction was to look in the glove because the ball went in and out of the glove. Thought he still had it. So Borges over at second. It's a 1-2 count here on this series. He fouls that one back. Papelbon running that one up there at 95 miles an hour. Red Sox closer the last year of his deal with the free agent market this coming off season, unless Boston decides to do something with Daniel Bard. You would think that's going to be the case. Time is called. Carl Crawford very shallow in left field. Ellsbury shallow in center. Drew's kind of deep in right. Howie Kendrick is on deck. 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Lowry drifting back. 2 outs.
Moving up the ladder with that fastball after a couple split-finger fastballs down.
Howie's 0 for 4. Grounded out in the 9th inning. Angels down to the last out here in the 11th. Down 4-2 with Borges at second base. Only that first pitch fastball is in there for a strike. Oh, 1. 0-2.
Now, if you're Howie, you're just going to find this way to shorten up your swing, make contact. Where you can put the ball in play.
No balls, 2 strikes here on Kendrick. Borges leading off at second. Long look in for Papelbon. The 1-2. This one rolled foul on the first base side.
Good job of staying alive, but that was a nasty slider. Now Veritek's going to go out to Papelbon and ask what he wants to try to do here. Will he try to go back up with the fastball? Veritek likes to get his pitcher to throw the fastball above the letters.
Another 1-2 on its way. Now he fouls it straight back, going with the fastball.
Pretty hittable fastball also. Especially for a guy like Howie, he can go inside out with a swing, go the other way.
Another foul ball straight back with the fastball. Good battle between Howie Kendrick and Jonathan Papelbon here in the 11th.
I think Veritek was motioned. He wanted that fastball higher. Papelbon didn't get it there.
Time is gone now. Veritek and Papelbon want to talk things over. Awfully long conversation for a 1-2 count with 2 outs here in the 11th.
He's got 3 pitches, right? Fastball, slider, split finger fastball.
Setting up outside is Veritek and lays off the slider. He got around that slider a little bit.
He forced that one.
Yeah.
It's like he was almost reluctant to throw that pitch.
Count is even at 2-2. And again, Veritek back outside. Fastball fouled off to the right.
The more pitches you see as a hitter, the better chance you're going to get a pitcher's mistake. And one thing about Howie, though, if Papelbon goes a fastball away, if it's up around belt high, he can crush that ball to right center.
Howie's seen 8 pitches in this at-bat. Borges again leading off at second. 2 outs in the 11th. Missed outside. Full count.
Pitch missed by a pretty good amount. That flew off the outside corner.
Full count. Papelbon's ready. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. The Red Sox take game 1 by the final of 4-2.
A challenger with the fastball away gets that 3rd strike.
Bobby Jenks picks up the win in relief. He is now 1-1. Rich Thompson takes the loss for the Angels. He is now 0-1. Jonathan Papelbon picks up the save, his 4th of the year. Boston takes the first game of this 4-game series by the final of 4-2. Next telecast tomorrow night, John Lester, Dan Herron at 7:05. Mark Cooper and the entire crew here. I'm Victor Ross. We thank you for watching. Stick around as Angels Live is coming up next.